now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who am inka dynamic what Friday. And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who am inka dynamic what Friday. And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who am inka dynamic what Friday. And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who am inka dynamic what Friday. And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who am inka dynamic what Friday.
Where the aso on send pani bio on kasa.
Hello, baby.
Try daddy mama nsha ase where the on nipa onya hwe.
Hello, baby. Chum no ye nipa na yende.
So nipa nko achi adada o. Ana where the aso.
Hello, baby. Me pass him be a chum free nipa no.
Hello, baby. Kwa ha.
E dia asem na me ka che mo fa nipa ho.
O se nipa ba yin dwane.
Enye so mo ba mu dai.
Amu ye ba kwa suzu.
Aha, nti hello, baby hwe bibi. What ase? Nipa de omo tricks bibi. What ase? Nti mo nyina mo ntwom ho free o. Pass him be a.
Ai daddy but mama nsha ni trimu hwe. Asa ni trimu bombe ha.
Hello, baby me se chum.
Sa na mama no na so hwe. We nipa o we ka ne ho.
Mo adno.
Asa o dane ni ti o ana me na me yi.
Ana so ade dudu mo nyina mo mesi me free anko
Oh, no. Get you, man. Oh, 2022, Onyabola change the style. You don't remain in one place.
At all.
You cannot be a stagnant personality. Once it's new year, new month, new fashion, everything has to change about you. Yes, let it go, they change the element. I cannot remain in one costume because I dress to kill.
And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who am inka dynamic what Friday.
Okay me.
Hey. Dada Pinto.
I am here.
Hey, Dada Pinto. Yeah, kaso wa Germany.
Oh, na mo wa Germany ya bom ye nre ya na mbeduri.
Sir.
Ai me wo fa ase.
Dada Pinto.
De enko fie na me ncheche kwan fa so bom.
Ya feel papa.
Okay me.
Hey. Dada Pinto.
I am here.
Hey, Dada Pinto. Yeah, kaso wa Germany.
Oh, na mo wa Germany ya bom ye nre ya na mbeduri.
Sir.
Ai me wo fa ase.
Dada Pinto.
De enko fie na me ncheche kwan fa so bom.
Ya feel papa.
Okay me.
Hey. Dada Pinto.
I am here.
Hey, Dada Pinto. Yeah, kaso wa Germany.
Oh, na mo wa Germany ya bom ye nre ya na mbeduri.
Sir.
Ai me wo fa ase.
Dada Pinto.
De enko fie na me ncheche kwan fa so
Ya
bom.
feel papa.
Okay.
And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who am inka dynamic what Friday. And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who am inka dynamic what Friday. And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say me who am inka dynamic what Friday.
Let the poor breathe. Don't suffocate them. You have responsibility to give them space to breathe. Let the poor breathe. Breathe. Give them space to breathe. Oh. Let the poor breathe. Don't suffocate them. You have responsibility to give them space to breathe. Let the poor breathe. Breathe. Give them space to breathe. Oh.
The time I'm shaping my whole barn, I'm a sick. You say me, they had it. War, now I'm a senior day, a 2 year. To Puno, the Emily for me, make us say, before baby, make us saying it. Somebody am working on. But I'm sure I'm sure that I make a sha, mammy. But I'm who be who pa, the sham me black. Cause was a monsieur to Punama monsieur to. Cause was a monsieur to Punama monsieur to. Cause was a monsieur to Punama monsieur to. I'm a black. Cause was a monsieur to Punama monsieur to. Black. Cause was a monsieur to Punama monsieur to. The sham me black. Cause was a monsieur to Punama monsieur to.
And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say. Me who the dynamic hot Friday.
What you tell me, Santi, Yawa, which you and your Ben one, I had your Ben Pana, I don't know ya the old channel. The bones say, my study, many Santi for penny for and Tikakara. Tibimatino, Kakarakura Channel, I've been booed there for 1 minute. I can't get him. I want me, baby. And my baby in here. What do I know about chance? I already did. I'm better. I say, but Domini, Abba, you no more Jaya, after the so dinner. Yeah, why are they? I have an idea. Yes, it was so at a cheaper what for the time. Yeah, about way of it. Yeah, New York. I thought, is this a bit of Africa? I don't say it. Africa. I don't manage. Duty Queen. I'm a teacher. China, and I can. Yatina can. The Queen of Kansas, 77 Africa. I don't manage to do a Santa Crake. Ah, the Arishatin. Santi, I can. The Arishatin. I know. I know, Boone said 77 Africa. I don't manage to do a Santa Crake. I says, the Adina Okan, yes, a channel, yes. Now, yes, I check, yes, and you can say 77 Africa. I don't manage to do a Santa Crake. We have a moana. The Arishatin. I know. I know, Boone said 77 Africa. I don't manage to do a Santa Crake. I says, the Adina Okan, yes, a channel, yes. Now, yes, I check, yes, and you can say 77 Africa. I don't manage to do a Santa Crake. We have a moana. The Arishatin. I know. I know, Boone said 77 Africa. I don't manage to do a Santa Crake. I says, the Adina Okan, yes, a channel, yes. Now, yes, I check, yes, and you can say 77 Africa. I don't manage to do a Santa Crake. We have a moana.
And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say. Me who the dynamic hot Friday.
You can say to turn a deaf ear, and they send you to turn a deaf ear.
To turn a deaf ear.
You can say deaf ear. Ear, E-A-R.
Deaf ear is 6 months.
6 months.
Deaf ear.
To you, Achesa.
Okay.
Deaf.
If you are fat today.
Obia, all fat today. Obia, all fat today.
Mr.
What's the try? Obia, all for today. Deaf. And what the be?
Yeah, this is a bill I'm going to do.
Blogos you can say obi a refugee refugee. Oh, you need to refugee.
I said, refugee match. Refugee Obia or free a Burkina for no Babu Club refugee for one will be one match. Or can refugee count. Or can refugee count. What's a refugee? Burkina for them says cow crown. On all come massem. Almost maybe no one. Refugee. Strangers, from stranger.
If I say
strangers. Come out to cry for being on refugees. What's a gun and Yakabutri? Refugee.
Okay.
Cause correct my understand I can all back I say, hey, book me.
Crown, Osanka baby.
Can.
I say refugee. Referee, FIFA na kofa referee number.
FIFA akofa referee no at the number.
US. So we are dig Ghana format you lose to
aha. FIFA the referee free
US.
Eba a big brim ha be di match. Sa referee no refugee. Toto nyanya mo mienu ho na etwa.
Emia.
Na wa hwe ade me nua ye. O hwe ye. De me nua ye. Refugee che say. Metwa. Obi refugee che say obi a ofri bi ma aso akobi man mu. E refugee.
Toto nyanya na botra nsaba memisa awasefo. Yes. Professor Achisa. Yakase obi a refugee or nipa bay.
Refugee.
Yes.
Obi obo sekan.
Obi a obo sekan anu. Obi a obo sekan anu. Sekan no mudie.
Ba wa na de do no.
De no.
De na no tetrete na de do no.
Mema sekan no.
Ma pena me no.
Okay. What's it? Now, a major question to Roman Catholic Church. Evicted. Mespele Amamo. EVICTED. He has been evicted. The word evicted.
Evicted.
As a Chinese say.
Evicted. If you are trouble,
Obia oye de choba adwuma na ono sa na oye adwuma potebe o choba o
ono ufufu no
enti obi ofufu o choba mu a he has been evicted
se banjin de ene de nyin obawo.
Now a major question to Roman Catholic Church. Evicted. Mespele Amamo. EVI. Blogos yaka say obi a refugee. Oye nipa be. Refugee.
I say refugee match.
Now a major question to Presec. It is the debtor that gets wet by the morning dew. It is the debtor that gets wet by the morning dew. We a bebu. Chino over chim say. No bubuni say. Debtor DEBTOR.
Sorry, no pana se utwetia. Utwan fi free.
O say no pana utwetia.
Utweti no ma TV free.
TV free. No, a bonus to Adisco Boys. Adisco Boys, one a yano.
Yeah.
Hey, Achesa. Yes, Achesa. It is the debtor that gets wet by the morning dew.
Doctor be only di be only more pane mani.
Doctor be a day.
Only di be no sorry pan only di only more pane.
Lies on a mountain.
Ebi obompa o Jerusalem.
Ebi obompa wo
Jerusalem.
Na mountains here day.
Mountain.
Yes.
Ebi obompa o Acha mountains.
Where day?
Fasting.
Obi where day? Mountain day.
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Say ebi a oye fasting. Ya bompa ya twen urade ni.
And na breakfast. I just remember breakfast here day.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. We say can I say breakfast here day?
Breakfast no. Ebi a oye ya kwanchira bompa ya twen urade ni.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Abubu ya tifiri and break ase.
Break fast.
Sir, abu ya ri tifiri na break ni nye dia. Je we ne fast.
We fast ye dey.
We fast na to survive.
I don't know breakfast. Once you want man, so breakfast ye dey.
Ebi onum tia no pa.
Bia.
Onum tia no pa.
But you must feel really proud.
Actually, I'm greatly honored. The Almighty God has done me a tremendous honor. Today is historic. It's a victory for all the teachers in Prempeh because over the past years, teachers in Prempeh College have been teaching students of other parents. Victory for all the teachers in Prempeh. It's a victory for all the teachers in Prempeh because over the past years, teachers in Prempeh College have been teaching students of other parents. So today, the Almighty God is crowning our effort. It's a victory to all the teachers and all the teachers in Prempeh College and all the teachers in Ghana. It's a victory for all the teachers in Prempeh because over the past years, teachers in Prempeh College have been teaching students of other parents. So today, the Almighty God is crowning our effort. It's a victory to all the teachers and all the teachers in Prempeh College and all the teachers in Ghana. It's a victory for all the teachers in Prempeh because over the past years, teachers in Prempeh College have been teaching students of other parents. So today, the Almighty God is crowning our effort. It's a victory to all the teachers and all the teachers in Prempeh College and all the teachers in Ghana. It's a victory for all the teachers in Prempeh because over the past years, teachers in Prempeh College have been teaching students of other parents. So today, the Almighty God is crowning our effort. It's a victory to all the teachers and all the teachers in Prempeh College and all the teachers in Ghana.
But you must feel really proud.
Actually, I'm greatly honored. The Almighty God has done me a tremendous honor. Today is historic. It's a victory for all the teachers in Prempeh because over the past years, teachers in Prempeh College have been teaching students of other parents. So today, the Almighty God is crowning our effort. It's a victory to all the teachers and all the teachers in Prempeh College and all the teachers in Ghana.
All right, good evening and welcome to With Audio Respect Extended Version. My name is Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. It's exactly 4:41 p.m. U.S. East Coast time is definitely 8:41 p.m. in Ghana. Welcome to the most watched show on the planet right now. We are streaming across the world. We are live on TV. We are live on Facebook. We are live on YouTube. We are live on TikTok. And also, we are live on radio tonight. This show is called With Audio Respect Extended Version. You can also watch us live on TikTok. On Facebook, search for Loud Silence TV. We are live tonight. The same Facebook, search for With Audio Respect page. We are streaming live on Facebook. We are streaming live on YouTube as well. On YouTube, search for Loud Silence TV. Loud Silence TV on YouTube. On TV, if you have any digital TV or you have multi-TV, you can search for Loud Silence TV. Loud Silence TV. You'll get us live tonight. We are also streaming live on YouTube. Loud Silence TV on YouTube. On radio, if you have an Android device, just download Loud Silence Radio. You can be part of tonight's show. If you have an Apple device, go to the App Store, download Loud Silence Radio. You can be part of tonight's show. We are streaming on different platforms, official platforms, and also people who have decided to seek permission from us to stream our show tonight. When it's Friday, it's Mixed Bag Day, and as you can see on the screen, our topic is simple. It's all about the NDC government led by John Dramani Mahama and also the finance minister, the Bank of Ghana governor. As you can see, Ghana finally exits the IMF program, the Mahamudu Bawumia IMF program. It's a big news. It's a big deal. And it's something that we need to discuss. Very, very important, because this step is one of the biggest steps that this government has taken. The baggage, the mess, the deliberate corruption, the negligence, and the lies the Bawumia administration told us today. The NDC government led by John Mahama, after forcing the Bank of Ghana governor, the rest of the appointees and ministers, the promise they made us that they were going to take us out of this ditch. Today, Ghana officially left the IMF program. We will discuss that. We will break it down for every single Ghanaian, people around the world, to understand what is actually happening and how this is a big deal. Tonight's show is packed. We'll be talking about so many things. We will be talking about Otumfuo making a statement today. We will delve into his statement. The UGMC milk issue is also a very important issue that I want us to discuss today. If you want to donate milk, breast milk, to the UGMC hospital, it's very, very important. It's urgent. The last time we spoke about it, we basically made it a very light, but today we need to spend some time on that issue. It's very, very important. We'll also be talking about the World Cup. We have issues concerning the IMF exit. We will discuss something from the health ministry. We also have stories on inflation, stories on Ghana stocks. EU has made a statement about Ghana's economy, how investors are yearning and also running into Ghana to take advantage of the good economy. We'll also be discussing something about the Middle East war that will affect Africa and Ghana being included. We'll also be discussing some court issues, Edubuahin and the rest of the people. Today in court, Chairman Wuntumi's case, one of the witnesses for Chairman Wuntumi messed up a lot. He calls himself an engineer, a mining engineer, and every single thing that man said, the court was so pissed because every single word from his mouth was a lie. And these are some of the things we'll be discussing today. And when it's Friday, it's Mixed Bag Day. Again, ACs Ghana mente ya nipa bi ekekansem. Matenas ne de na matenas na ye bedwum ama Ghana for ehun no kre no na ende no Friday, my team, normally on Fridays, they allow me to do what I want to do. And you all know, so Fridays, normally I dedicated to Emano. And you may, and the matter say, you so to talk Ghana kakra. Intiama, ye pina is slow kakra. One person call live band and make sure say, oh, picky bibia. Matisse, my band is some in Cranforno, a year or more, ban on noise making into live band is off, right? Into live band be any system. It looks like say you bring the Omega so OP be an say Sibi Obebochna. Na wa share me you bring no Ediana Ecoso Ghana nipe bi ekekansem Conan the Destroyer Matanasi and Matanama Kunyuma. Now it's all about making sure the right things are done. The right thing is said. No credit the Yedi Hunkomo and Intinamatia and your personal. It's not against any individual. It's not against any group of people. It's not against any religious group. It's not against Nipebia. It is the fact. And and how you feel. And how you feel about things in Tinametia is about the facts. Inti wona ujameno. And as a wona wompemasem no, it's not going to change the fact to say or some kind of creno. It uja. Then there Friday the Nipa Bibri Eshame Oga 2T is live this evening on YouTube watching me right now. Obitu said Doctor is also watching me. Obitu said Leila Salifu watching Kevin Taylor and the Ghost team. Nana Benin Fantini on social Mixed Back Friday. Thank you very, very much, Nana Benin. Also, Sci-Fi is live here. Faustina Pocha is watching me this evening. Also, Mariam is watching me. Nana Benin is back again. Trump Jr. is watching me this evening. Trump Jr. pa. On TikTok, Stephen Apia watching me this evening on TikTok. Also, DJ Apuzo. Good evening to El Capitano, Stephen Tornado Apia, one of the best captains. A good evening to Asamoah Jan, one of the best strikers Africa. Yenya Asamoah Jan, dear Untumin Enka strikers of Africa. Brown body D Untumin, one of the most experienced captains, disciplined captains. Stephen Apia, Untumin Black Star, Sama Umbo Mudin, Untumin Enja, the maestro. Abedi Ayu Pele, and you cannot take out the deputy maestro, the Dede Ayo. Just a players for Ghana, Yadomina, Mambo Bobidi, Nebiman, August him for my uncle. You cannot talk about players of Ghana be exceptional. They're giving us some things to basically think about sometimes. August him for one of the best strikers in Ghana. And players be to say, Stephen Odro, why no, with the Asante Kotomudium, Yedium, with ye, Utwijina Center, or Stephen Papa, or 10 we chat from Stephen Odro, one of the best players, Ghana, Suyenya, or Ghana. Just as Stephen, the other night, a height, Kakra, and Hano. Also, Stephen Odro, no, Santini ba, inti Sebio, or any patietia. Na, about Bo Munyansa. Ope Obiana or Bobo to say, Premiership Brunia at the say Paul Scholes no or Steve Lodru level in the war. Aha, Steve Lodru Mujina Bob na Paul Scholes Munambaye. Into Steve Lodru no on your player ketwa. Now problem ni na na ed the problem in the height no it ya. Into a babo airborne and tinka. Into what's abro for so animal pe height kakra. Nanko nya kakra kan ho a. So ya Santini ba we dwan and on born bo on pen ho asem. Steve Lodru and can this current soccer upper player be or very disciplined or boboa. On to turn inside by heart, only referee, or to say Ngolo Kante. And I said, friend, Ngolo. Sana Steve Lodru not here. Tamano Bobo, very quiet guy, but he's very, very effective. Who would that Steve Lodru knew be Kuntokwa? Yamani card cry quietly, no aqua chain. He can read games, he understands where to place the ball, or a player be out time who no game no baba who presence or game him. And when this our players now, or more, they are technical players. And players be Brabako, your Ishmael Ado, very wonderful Ishmael Adwa. They be another warrior who anytime they pay Ishmael Adwa some. Dada Don Bote, the only Cristiano Ronaldo of Africa, Onimbo Boche, a Cristiano Ronaldo, a friend saying, Ronaldinho. But a man from person bejatum, ye probi o tumi twabase, o tumi measure po, abri corner, den Dada Diof Don Bote, and Ghana for the obi enim Dada Diof Don Bote. Now one player so me feeling no. One place I'm feeling here, Ember Power. Na Ember no, just Ebeka Ember, si bi obobo shots no. Ember no timi tumrika no atrapo no akwache bo abeto se keeper bosim ni ensambra. Ember Power, one of the number 7 sir. Or yes solid. Just say eche we hu yogurt. Ember no, or na no eduro ade o chiri so betu yogurt amano. O hu yogurt ani obetumrika for park no nya 30 minutes na onjina ye. Ember the tumi bobo na wa ba number 7 tumi komrika na atra park no. Na kotoko supporters akwache Ember ye start sa ko back. The Ember Power. Akwanu Wuja, Ember Power. Players they be abako. Ablodi Morgan. Good players. Emmanuel Seko for Obiabo Onumso Emmanuel Seko for Obo Asante Kotoko. Sorry, Hearts of Obo Ashanti Gold. Very, very nice player. Solid player, technical player. And Obianima Sampon. At Sampon, the Charles Taylor. Only the only player to be bok on a free in the 9 I need that net. Saturday be see that Africa. At some point, they start a chan tournament or bokona kick free in chemu or body send the net at some point. Power na the name. Now, at some point, you play very, very technical. On just say, only the only say, you're not about quatum. At some point, no. Into at some point, tell a munina about players aba, Emma players call. Into Anna sometimes a month when you every players what system nim. You players be just say Black Star collapse near the day. Sa first ni ewiem kakra oko under 17 under 17 ewiem kakra yes I say kokura 35 years for no mujina under 17 I would do say kotwea no atenase I would know time and I would do obo under 17 no sa atana nkura ni nyina 12 years Casillas wo bosh shot Casillas won't be nchi no I would do say kadum twea no asa the board aba yes ewiem kakra ba na I would do natural no ni bobo I would do say kada no hususu is no that will fear up so go under 17. How this I go be for almost we don't who's so to my boy. Encourage try to crowd on Ultimately, say, yes, this is a very fine player, bro. This is a very simple, very young player. Look at his body language. This is so what a talent. He's going to grow to become one of the best. Yeah, when you he's going to grow, baby. When you know, he's an experienced player. Abrafuna we had 17. Mokai eyi Emmanuel Bentel and everyone say Bentel should go and see. Ego, I'm gonna grab almost. Boys, we got go body and that we are checking me. Only over power points. I didn't go under 17 and 20 and 23. I Bentel, everyone say Bentel. I should go say. Almost I'm gonna almost. Later 10 years that I brought for na hobo na bent mu nyina ne awudi saka mu nyina tonton cars ewe mateku Internet say bia medwa go for no me do players no awudi saka abrafo commentators no what a wonderful talent. These are young talents from Africa, Ghana, and they are playing so well. You can see how these young players, look at how fluent they are playing, how they are coordinating. This Africa has future. Africa future. Africa future the general. Your premiership players. I don't Abrofo come did this no. How the second one getting the gago small boy. Aye. How the second chin no the ama ozo free. Ozo free making. I can't put two the bush no no abaye bush pay. E no gina na 17 game. Now we say catching what atena so no pass no so free gina no that no the ma bento. Abrofo say wow, this a great Africa has talent here. In the next 10-15 years, these are going to be the best players from Africa. They're going to replicate the Abedi Peles and the Kalusha Boalem. So, hey, Africa talent in the Africa future in the Africa the granddad. Africa daddies the Muho Mosano. Africa daddies. Muho get this out. My notion I but you don't know Munyandi. And I'm white and Danish Haro. Africa dads. And I'm with you money borrow. The partner show. It's here. All righty. Can you tell her just I don't know. We better say my bottom. All right. Iti. And I in the money copy Franka Mankwa, Befia, Franka Mankwa to see peg, nani pateti, Dinanichi. Franka Mankwa. Franka Mankwa no to me bogo, na o two for a friend of him fee. Yet Franco Fatiko nefa. Franka Mankwa. Bayeraba. Ni nentu aisepuna. Me say, otumisi peg na edien plus 18 gunechi. On one kase plus can say, Frank ye, jai na for momo. Ade Frank man go pede say, aka 5 minutes in your pon. Na team na o ma show no. Omo de penalty a show no. Omo ye omo so mbetika no. No the ball na kujina kona no we see peg. On one team for team ba Frank yesrew. O de momo mfa. O say no. No ayire. There you go. Na ekoso Ghana o akoso pen o na nsemu hu hwidra na ekoso na Frank si peg player na gina on player we si peg nipa 18 gina na chi 11 on no mo nyina be gina so mo peso 2 peg no na ono angasa ni players ni coach otimi si peg na coach abasa Frank adan boy aka 3 minutes ni apon ya shanko fo ifo o si coach jai na onu Frank man kwa de no dey train dance na no dey training into won tiaps ni nantu no tiaps no or Bobo said, Frank Mankwa, what a solid number 2. Me say, players abako, na player be or friend tiko. I know bo ash good or boko. Tiko. Or to say coke bottle. Masa akwani jane. Otwi jane ana oreba a dive no so the no o twan koto. They say, I say your board there, but Charlie Soccer was at the end. Referees play on. Referee now got you bribe. Ghana referees. 34 no be bribe. May was near referee where friend manager Baba. Oh, manager Baba, sorry. May he so rest in peace. Good referee. Tamani you know. So was your one referee. Or was it so good and not manager Baba, wonderful man. And Papa down for no. No, or a referee was no be any referee at Tadia. Or no quarter no referee at Tadia. Inti game ya yasan line beyond it. Na manager Baba o tu di game no of players yeah goody but papa what is that we are boxing television said you will be there so FIFA referee so manager Baba manager Baba wait may you so rest in peace. I like the man, I love him. Just say as I was because kakra manager Baba is a nice man. And Obuasa correct wa bo under 240 obi anim no good referee and the ever to change so Obuasa on go na referee atade inti so dey nim so referee or FIFA referee ai omo red card is here omo red card ko fie waka tell mama ma say abofunu omo red card was say di watam ko fie oni mama there you go Ghana pa emu afuso na manager Baba wu Allah will keep his soul. Is a very wonderful man. Manager Baba ai enti Adiano Ghana story na mede ma no me beautiful line say mon cheche me third division ade ba ko ebufu Ghana de say obi a third division player no man tem de bia ne nam ye ne ya na so mon nante third division for no wabobo nta almost sa third division for players no almost no pema third division for no no I hear the team rasta no china or tidua bia say I say the 9 left mu abu de bia wabobo the pants. Or dia sorry dem kwa no she jeans and abobo the pants. Just who bo papa bia e na dian kese ne dom so Rodindo. E dian Romario. Third division oh third division from Romario. Hey right there go. Third division players, correct what your third division match da. Uko shekura bubofu. Na player bi to be ball. Ya say Casillas no. Me say hey. Ubo third division for Casillas. Na obi to me ball tro so. Zero ubo third division yen tuamu ka. Mu team owner oniska. Moko bo match krampa Gary na moye no. Edi kakaka we da so na ode nam Ghana. Third division for pe mo pema no. Omo bobo bia so. We third division players ni we. All right. The BM show. I got 1 minute now about 9 o'clock or Ghana. And then Friday. All right, my main chair in Mano, 9 for Juma de Shisu. One of the best strikers, Dankwe is so bobo. Dankwe. Hey, Dankwe as an obeka. On a video of Posso with Muna, I refer grant me money card. But you Bobby Rough Rock with your referee, no, I say. Dankwe me pelas up to discipline. One gets about rough, over the yellow card. No, I say Muna referee, say, referee, okay. Me say Dankwe now, but say, I born your bo. Boy in also boko to the on the referees don't to me red card Dankwe or to Munamuti man or say. So you how so you are Dankwe miniano also done or say referee mini and born or is it Dankwe when Muna for dressing room I took a view catches down Emuna noko BBO Emuna hat and the strategies they be another Dankwe Muna or the number 2 on straight got for place Muna no musru Dankwe say hey Mole. I don't care. Muna Bono say Bogun Kofo so to Chakofo. No Muna referee say play on. Ghana referees, Saturday referees, no would bribe too much. Saturday referees na omo di Ghana League 1999, 1990, 1991, 92, 93. Sa referees no omo dangerous. Some me obo boy. Referees di omo bribe no. The referee to me bribe national socks on or Bobo or Kobrika can do general Saturday. Bribe on Quaza, Tete referees, or you don't go heaven. Akron for Tete referee, Akron for Gua. Ready. All right, my check girls. Now, girls, I'm saying they're Ghana. And the Friday, it's happening all over the place. Obia so ADT. And you bray. Boy say frɛ my man for text what's up where are you near the omo boa omo pɛ mo no mada saa na tie omo nika pre omo nyina omo beka so guest house oni fie baby ote no curtains ne nye oda one room mu enwumbre omo text mo sup na enwumbre wo ye dan dia omo boa why day near the nyina omo pɛ so omo no da because omo say enwumbre come demo mo bi so come demo mo girls no it's my chair girls na me two omo for Serum. Good evening to you, good evening to Empress Yasmin, good evening baby bia afro enwumbre akasa dabi menko. Millicent too is watching me tonight. Good evening, Millicent. Girl senior, my girlfriend. I class prefect. Any senior wife. Ekuya ya or TikTok. Ekuya ya ubia from menko. Macho man fraud ya no ako. Ekuya ya is your boyfriend. We macho home. Macho man or Tom phones. We ekuya ya. All right. So Emilia Prem is watching me tonight. Obiso to say Abigail is live this evening. Mihu obiso to say Faustina watching me. Faustina, good evening. Mbankwan Beman Motodende no homo. Mbabi to say Mami Shamba and I'm in show and I'm for Jumadi and Shisha more. Just 2 minutes to start the show. Mbanaway, Empress is back again. Faustina is back again. Matilda is watching me tonight. Matilda, good evening to you, Matilda. Ajomanyo, good evening to Ajomanyo. Mamisha TikTok Naminchia Mbanibi. And Asana to is here. Asana for some hard unipa. Omoba fee. That's on beda hona and opa 1 year fast. Obeso no opera. Asana for because omoye homegrown girls. Omodia awari nkwa. Asana. Obe babetino fia be ohun jensim sisia. Ade be chino ohun jensim no yintin time. Inta Asana for the omoba fast and opa 4. O se odi wenya ka man manako. Enye se bonus 5:30. Betia no opera. Asana. All right, on TikTok and the girls on what TikTok no way. Samira Bawumia is watching me on TikTok. I can also see baby Samira Bawumia we deleting who is here. Hey, Samira Bawumia really. Me who obviously is a little troll watching me. Emmanuel also Boss Lady is live here. Mame Tina is watching me live on TikTok this evening. Mbabi to say why Emmanuel girls nkwa Mbankwa so me humba na me okay, girls is watching me. Hajia Mariam is also watching me tonight. Girls, no, Monkwan Bema, I'm to a ding. And I wish them Bema and in team for Jobituma Bomuding. Anita Ejir is watching me this evening. Obidisa Millie is also live here. Good evening to Nisi. Commander Nisi. Very nice guy, Nisi. Nisi from the Oblite family. Good evening. Happy birthday to you. You are growing. and you are becoming a more nicer man. You are becoming more calmer. You are becoming more handsome. You are becoming very, very accommodating. And you are becoming very easy to deal with. Nisi, happy birthday to you. Nisi Oblite, or Nine's hair. Also, what tin him fine say at his age or the whole ring. Utim say Nitino, or to me, yet me or not Nibema, me who America, to me fading him say, hey, now at your age, pa on your coraso, but oh, he has hair. You said this guy and it's wins you are black and yes, I'm a homo, but I feel me whom may be out himself or my show who you are just oh, teaming. I Nisi Oblite. Very nice guy. I know homo. Hey, what a torture to the team of a pie winning. The team winning now. This oblite. All right, so the girls, I would like to say good evening to Mbanyina. Esther is watching me. Rashida Adam is watching me this evening. Sally is okay. Emankwa Rita Nyaba is watching Kevin Taylor and the Ghost team. It's Friday. When it's Friday, it's Mixed Bag Day. Who is Sylvia watching me tonight? Catherine is also live right now on Loud Talents TV on Multi TV. Lizzie is watching me. Money, you are a girl, you are a guy. What homo things are you trying to do? Also, Obanak Irene is watching me tonight. Thank you very much, Irene, for being here tonight. Rose Asari is also live here. Nafisa is watching me. Akosia Enim Korte watching me this evening. Mihu Obisu to say Wendy Darko watching Kevin Taylor and a good team. And Bankwa Elizabeth Fianu is watching me. Rosa Sari is back again. Monique is watching Kevin Taylor and the Ghost team. Patricia Azuri is also watching me this evening. Thank you very much, Patricia, for being here tonight. Rihanna Kasim Abubakar is watching me. Thelma Edikote is also live on Loud Talents TV this evening. Mihu Obiso Etise Lizzie. I see Mbabe Brain. I really appreciate Imana Omohano Enyumbre. Enyumbre, I'm from Ghana. Boys nation and iskasa majority of them who chiromo inti men fall for baby no de kasa keke bibia ni echire ai sa word ne de kasa keke inti girls no munya study na say mbema no mun read omu ye pa because boys in bebre ni niska boys in bebre ni ska ebi wo boxes ye two pe na ohoro no esi no akwa about 3 days no asesa omu ni hwe menya sure majority of boys no bia nhyere ni $10,000 on account into one nyim sisi a ho be kire ai na sisi a no udin kan ne din koma busebusa ne nsam bebre no omu hyere ni vision sa aha into omu frɛ from anwumbre dia abo 9 dia omu pese omu moda normal ye nyina chat time na ne bad boys time say ne frɛ omu pese omu moda hello babe oh when na de na me oboa obeso no da nti munya very very careful ai boys bebre organo muniska na bebre ni kwa mutumi tia omu dan rent omu rent no omu tumi nti mama ne ndada o aya no bi wa ba so me de endem de camera ba o cham de benz nya ne dia ai okojeje no twa pictures ai omo use black benz no de bia muta use sa CLK CLA o se sa gas nketen ne bo nketen omu nya omu dia madam fo dia na nyubre so makoji DV no mu twi nti o twi DV bia no ni baby te mema sa anyoma ne ndada o why girls me tumofo omo mu twi DV ni nya dodo ni baby te nti DV ni de yetumi corrent eye garage car na de aba bebre ni DV omu ni ska enye omu dia obi dia DV bebre ni nya omu dia and almost so dodo ni twi DV no me Game Boys Sakawa Boys omu ntumi register and DVs ni bebre engine say omu twi ache kan e bi wa ba 1999 e bi so ba 2002 and 2022 no we twa 2026 na DV bon ho enye papa and because cars ni nya dodo enye omu dia nti girls mamo ndada mo and Friday when it's Friday DJ Danko is on the mic baby oba bia wo bia nwumbre bia no you need to understand say I have feeling ho kakra na also your ba I na wache ho ba wache ho anu agum kakra enye de bia na oba ba we wo ye ba we pe opportunity be me so and be ma so approach wa ti wanim de bia waka wanim asisata oba besi a wo pe be ma ye frɛ wa no ayere woto ena mo ma na mo na nanam street no so no enye se be ma ka se hello ana wa adwuna kosi wase da bi aya woni nipa nkasa e bia woto ate ena asimesi ka se woto ate na onfa ne cardigan ma na ntwa wo mu enye se bia opel enye be ma bia ne pel into na ma aya be very sociable ye hello sirikakra de bia wa mu na adan onkwa na oyo ba ma ntem ho because onam nyina wo pe be ma na be ma se hello ana wo so wa mu na se eta aya mo ngom ho kakra ena mo brazia na aya mo nsi ultimo brazia 1 week na wo nsi ye ehun nyina ye brown na ebobo na nam ho many time si brazia no enfifire kom aya fa sensuum na fa so clean guso na gya na ho kakra be for 10 minutes oba na wo sum na brazia no mu so ate ana brazia no mu bon Sa nyoma na ya mbema na emo check it because on say Brazil mu bon a untumi nya flexible. Anytime they be a doom light no. Moko bema wa on can you off the light because Brazil asene. On tansi anu nyina ye brown. Inti aya si fagu nsuom ebi ha menko krom sheshet keke na fagu nsuom e wana wana sine hata na wasa hye. O Brazil usi ye 3 months ni emo dike edie na wo pe. Edie pa na wo pe e wasase we so. Aya nya time ma ho kakra wo your bar shave nicely be clean and get time for yourself. Clean yourself. Oh na fe wo pia na so your bar sma. Na de bia na Brazil e dike sa ya do Brazil twa ni penima obenya ntobro aya man so pay attention to details. Me feeling ba no this Friday when it's Friday it's mixed bag day. Me ding DJ Adanko and I know the ladies love me and I love the ladies back. If we turn the oho moment of this is coming from the west side and when it's the west side it's coming from Castro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's a Friday. DJ Dankunye. Shake it so. DJ Dankunye. DJ Dankunye. Me mix it. DJ Dankunye.
May no last summer bago. Some mama touch me, I'm in tinko. Me no one of my share.
Yeah, one J.
Says Rowan, say I say. What's it? One J. Rasta girl, I shall the extra tampe. Who movement, who sweetness, who niceness. Shredder one cassa, every fancy. In the walking, in the movement. In the movement, the walking. In the walking, in the movement. Friday, or your birthday, young for Evis, young shilling, young call next door, young try, and I say, young fashion, young what's up, young call your goal, I want my gold, yes, so I'm my puka, and then my puka, walla, baby, now yoka.
Still live on Loud Silence TV. My name is Kevin Akobe. Till like exactly 5:15 p.m. US East Coast time. It's definitely 9:15 in Ghana. It's time to do the do. Me need Jimmy Juman who bruta. Ejuma we. Everybody go pon. Aqua we. Just I don't know. Me a versatile. Say me jai politics na makwa ti sorry. We pet my motivational speaker. Ya motivational speaker me koga kriminim kakra na ma join some group B. I me join this group na kakra me wu na mo sie me asa ede mbiem na meje bibia ni hobiem udwa kwa me wie we say ma catch them last no kakra na ma start ede motivational speaking kakra bi film live, you know, you have to be a woman na me ate sorry ai na me yaden me platform ni medwumani me te na wo ho te wo de wante a ma me de ni nyini I me try the next 7 years na me jai we na me move into advice. Motivational speaking na me friend there to me na there to me ba na church nyomem na yakwedim kakra ewuma na afi ma no na me nyomo kasa no ayeja maware mo amonya broken heart mo asebi omu pe bebi de mutuasi amonya bebi mfa mutuasi na me cancer mpa kire mo na me ma mo confidence na mo frefre mo namfofo ba na mo join na me de edien mobile money aboho na me de had their Western Union na me de edien insta na me de bobo na mo jemo kakra. So, Kevin, dear, won't mean funny. Only baby Kevin started here, and Banner could give me one dance. Yes, I'm a Mimi could be and Banny Pia. Man, Kevin, the Nipa Sacra, Kevin Nipa Sacra. First, and I noticed that is your disable, man. No, I don't know. Minyaba Copena Smana, or Binya Betty Aba. I Minyaba Cope, Namasha deliver the pet, nobody won't conclusion mupe. Upiabon to be the uncommon. Grace Jajai, Mano, a man for whom Sake. Said the news cracker or any papa onyame friend tetene kwampo de menkai de na waye ne kwampo de yitu nchen se ni pasesa onyame ne fa ni pasesa no se sia papa we me se okan sam kirewa eno arobaba na be 80 di nechi ai omoso ba penma me se moso mon konkochi bi mra ai to bobo no motoatoa so na bebri omo ba no omo brafo di ekire omo brafo mu mpa adwuma omo tifi omo pe se sofo bi kire omo no mo so di ekire ewuma no mo de omo sugar daddy fo na ba na ma set na mo de ato mutim okwa akasa eche sugar daddy masoma me boys na makọ check sugar daddy the point so ye nyina na maka kire ne yire na mama nkwara bi akọ friend ne yire na mo de ne yire na ba na ma hye ne yire no nkom ukunu mama we me sister makro o say yes one wa tamakro o say me am se bra me ke kan sam to no so a me yini kunu secret ba kwato se ne kunu so na me small girls na dam me sister kunu ampa eno ano no me sister makro so be skale she bi anu yi aba that na ma sa jikas ma sisi dan ma ye okay oya so come ho asembora na mba na so regions adan papa no adan nipa nsakra enya na me na ye nipa ye nya me na sakra nipa ultimi nya hwe omu defend me the man twam ho hye omu no be defend me asore no ultimi nya hwe message nyska enti we me project na me ato ama na nsa na mawu no ale jango po menemu ka sere sa no boni betre mate asore mo dia mo tena ho ora mo vien fan wom ye ginem the verb was the end.
I hear the incompetent one says he wants to come back. he wants to come and do more damage. As if he didn't do enough damage. Well, we are waiting for him. We are waiting for him. I hear the incompetent one says he wants to come back. He wants to come and do more damage. As if he didn't do enough damage. Well, we are waiting for him. We are waiting for him.
You, Bawumia, you want to come and do damage. You think you are stupid. And the IMF program na ato forcing. And this year, buying a year free. Asum Jemu. And now to be a party. Akofa comedian whereby Nantina Tigana a disturb nipa. Sa 8 years. Nyanse biani ni trim. Adwunito. And what nam Ghana. And when you Jimmy for party be the nim. But we will get there. I keep telling you, Bawumia is a verb. I keep asking the most important question in Ghana politics. What is a Bawumia? What is Bawumia? What is Bawumia? And my catcher Ghana for, let us try and find what is Bawumia. Because that Bawumia I know might not be the Bawumia you know. So what is Bawumia? Bawumia is a verb. Is Bawumia an adjective? Is Bawumia a consonant? Is Bawumia basically a past participle or present future? What is Bawumia? Very, very important. If it is a thing, let us know it is a thing. If it is a verb, let us know it is a verb. If it is an adjective, let us know Bawumia is an adjective. If it's an algorithm, let us know Bawumia is an algorithm or an arithmetic solution. Let us know is Bawumia an atomic calculation. Let us know what Bawumia is. What is Bawumia? This is what I'm talking about.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana. We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
So that is your first assignment. Let us know what Bawumia. Is he a catering machine? Is he a cake mixture? We want to know what is Bawumia. Is Bawumia basically something we can use in the kitchen? Is he a tool that we can use at a carpentry shop? Is Bawumia an accessory? Can he be used as a napkin at a dining table? Let us know what Bawumia is. This is a very important question. Give us examples. Break it down. The English teacher came out with some examples. He got 100%, but we still need more definition what Bawumia is. Is Bawumia a spare tie? Is Bawumia basically a bungris? What is Bawumia? Is he a basket? Is Bawumia a calabash? Why? How can you explain Bawumia to a blind person with all due respect? Let us go inside our dictionary and bring out what Bawumia is. Is he a cake mixture? Is the Bawumia a spatula? Is Bawumia basically a quantre or a quanta? We need to know what is a Bawumia. What is Bawumia? Is he a verb? There are so many things we can do with Bawumia. You can't tell me Bawumia is a koliko without explaining to me what a koliko is. These are very important questions we need to be asking. Is Bawumia diverse like Qnet? Bawumia is a cake. All right, now, this man is a thief. He's a criminal or a cromfor. His name is Kwesimre, an armed robber, a very crazy criminal. And then Friday, I do what I like. You can't stop me. What platform I could build the neka? Say divert attention of our question. Zempano. Akwa we your friend Kwesimre, or ye a criminal in Ghana. The Dean de Kwesi Imre, a very delicate criminal. He's a fraudster. Or an office around ANC Mall. He will take you there in somebody's house. I'm trying to find the owner of the house and put the owner's face on TV. Because the owner of the house now, or woman now, say office, no, the owner no, or then I couldn't even no. This guy, I am trying to get a picture of the owner of that building, not media about to TVs, because that building na only defrauding for, and I'm going to put the owner's face on TV for people to know the kind of person that owner is. Or then a dynamano, and or share a daiki to ebimu. Behind the ANC Mall, no, or say a danky to be more and a old boom for, and the owner of the building knows about it. So what I'm going to do now and say, we are trying to get a picture of the owner of the building. Warrant Yamana Odi Bokro no. He's a fraudster. Obeka just a build a TV app. Obeka just or you'll be a now or satellite contract to Liberia or in the building way or he has nothing. Osio oko Israel no kosia telecommunication TV DN obwa. He has been duping people in Ghana. Nidin edi Kofi Kwesi Emre. One day over to be sure so Mako Jubilee House, mene Jubilee House for Asia, almost on my contract, Mako Ghana military, many contract is a liar. Or the pictures we bet show so Ekufuado are buying time or no more echo around the country and an opposite or building a software be on illegal mining. Galam said Nina or Bois, he was just following them. Nobody should trust this criminal. The Dean Eddie Kwesimre is a thief. Government officials, CEOs, government appointees, ministers, nobody should allow this guy close to any government building. Adam Metsi, Kwesimre, a office, you that person, that will be the last day or the politics. Because I have already told you guys, he's a criminal. He's a thief. Nobody should allow this guy in their office, whether a private citizen or a businessman. He looks out for vulnerable people. And that is what he does. He's a thief. Now, U.S. Embassy for Akansembi and maybe say the U.S. Embassy, Assembly Abetuja. Okay, the owner the owner is in East Legon. I'm going to put the owner. My team are saying that they have identified the owner of the building. Guy we a diner or a Juma woman. The owner no or East Legon. We have identified the owner. They are trying to get me his picture. So I'm going to let you know, and then very soon, I'm the picture. They just told me right now. We have been able to identify the owner of the building, of the house. We are going to get you the name. The house, okay. I'm on standby. Your friend Kwesimre or your Chrome 4. My guys are on the ground and they have been able to locate the owner of a diner or Shimna or the fraud. Now, U.S. Embassy for Eddie Assembly tour almost say don't overstay World Cup visas. U.S. Embassy cautions Ghanaians. You see U.S. Embassy for say mo benya visa na ba World Cup no. Mo ba na se Ghana first round obu free mo a mo nyina mo nko Ghana. Mo ba na Ghana free mo first 2 games na mo nyina omo ka chem se obi amra Ghana mo obi antena ho. Omo se Ghana eko round of 16 or whatever. Mo nyina na Ghana free mo nyina the next day na obi afu play no amra Ghana mo obi antena America. Se Ghana ekodu semi-finals and quarter-finals mu nyina ye Ghana from amomre fie. Se Ghana cross semi-finals mu nyina ye ka che US mo de mo ndinka fa visa na my first. Ensu kom de ye ndinka ma yensu no utuyefo. Dinka ma yensu no. It's what I'll tell the embassy is they should try and make it easy for Ghanaians to get the visa. Because you already know that the World Cup is happening in the United States. And from what we are hearing, the embassy in Ghana, the U.S. embassy in Ghana, they are willing to give out the visas. In fact, Ghana has about 4,000 slots at the U.S. government. Edema Ghana for to go to the United States and support the Black Stars. Andrea Mekabibi for the sports ministry no how the organization no econo it's not right, it's not fair. In fact, fair, they are not really doing what is right. They everything is a mess. Slot ameme Martin say US for no Emma Ghana for about 4,000 slots. Andrechi nipa 18 pe ena ayden enya eye visa. We have less than 30 days to ayden the World Cup. How can this be possible? So we are going to plead with the US embassy in Ghana. Maybe the kind of things you are demanding from the Ghanaian authorities about those who have to come and support the Black Stars, maybe they are too rigid. You will have to soften it a little bit. The amount of information you are demanding from people applying for the visa, maybe that's also part of the reason why the sports ministry is struggling to compile the list. Obviously, there are so many people who want to go support the Black Stars who don't have all the necessary documents. Not saying that they don't have the documents. Maybe the kind of things you are asking for, the kind of documentations and the bar that you have set, it might be very difficult for the ordinary Ghanaian who just wants to come and enjoy the game and come back home. Not every single person who is coming to the States to watch the World Cup is willing or has planned to stay in the United States. So I believe that the process, the kind of things you are asking, the documentations, we believe that to make these things easy and to get a lot of people to come support the Black Stars, the embassy should make it a little bit flexible. Because from what I'm hearing, the demands from the embassy are too much, and it's making it difficult for the sports ministry, the GFA, to even compile list. Remember, when it comes to the World Cup, it's not about being rigid with the kind of visas you give. All that you need to understand is, or all that we have to do from our part as a nation, is to make sure the people we are taking to the States to support the Black Stars, we make them understand that staying or overstaying your visa is a crime. So the moment we make them understand that, then the visa issuing should be flexible. But the moment you make the visa issuing flexible, rigid, very tough for even the authorities to be able to apply for ordinary Ghanaians, then your advice basically falls on deaf ears. So we believe that the visa application, there should be some exception to the Ghanaians who want to come to the States to support the Black Stars. But what we can say now is, first, give us the visas. In our culture, we always want to see the visa first before we listen to advice. So give us the visa first. After you give us the visa, we will listen to the advice. But you see, right now, without the visa, it will be difficult for us to listen to this advice. Because one, we don't have any visa in the first place to pay attention to what you are saying. So please, with all due respect to the embassy, give us the visas first. When you give us the visa, you can meet all of us at Kotoka and advise us. And let us believe, or let us know, that when we enter the States, we are not supposed to overstay our visa. But without a visa in our hand, we are not going to listen to you, with all due respect. And it's very tough for me to say, but we need cash in a hand, money in a hand. Cash in a hand, na job the ground. We are waiting for the visa. Give us the visa, we will listen to the advice. Without the visa, listening to the advice becomes very difficult for us. We are normally deaf when we don't have the visa in our hands. The moment you give us the visa, we all become very top hearing individuals. We hear everything. Very, very top hearing. But the moment we don't have the visa, we automatically become deaf. And that is what we are struggling with now, Mr. US Ambassador. Until you give us the visa, we are deaf. Give us the visa, it will open our ears. Then we can listen to you and then pay attention to detail and make sure that we don't flout the law. So please, we respect your statement. We will never overstay. But the only time we can understand what you are saying, we can follow what you are saying, we can believe in what you are saying, is to give us the visa first. So visa first. Please, visa first. Just give us the visa. Our ears will open. At this point today, yes, you're supposed to see you. Yeah, you have visa and buy. Also, warning. Give us the visa and warn us. But if you don't give us the visa, the warning does not really have any impact, because it is the visa that will give you that authority to basically send the caution out. So give us the visa first. We will come. What are we coming to do in America? We don't need anything in America, Mr. Ambassador. Ghanaians don't need anything in America. They just want to come and enjoy the game. I know I can vouch for my people. I can. They are good people. They love the Black Stars. They want to come, support, sing, laugh, eat, and go back safely. They don't even want to stay. They are scared of the cold. They don't want every people to tell them to wake up in the morning and go to work. They can't live in America. I'm telling you, give them the visa. You give them 4,000 visas. They will all come home. And at the airport, let them board there. Let them kiss each other themselves. Then get them on the flight. They will come. The moment you give them the visa, we can bring Antonia Ama to the embassy. And then anytime you give them the visa, they will just, at the end of the day, board themselves there. When they board themselves there, then they go home. That one day, you have put a burden on their head. They will come. It is not a big, don't make it complicated for us. We don't worry yourself, Mr. Ambassador. Just give us the visa at the embassy, right in front of the embassy. Then you bring Antonia Ama, then they swear, then they go. They will come home. Everybody will come. Because if they don't come, their stomach will share. They'll be chocolized. So do not worry yourself and be like, our people, I know my people, I love them. They are very genuine people, honest people. Give them the visa, they will come and they'll come back home. They will. I cannot vouch for them 100%. I cannot use any of my documents or sign anything, but I can tell you in from him, yeah, these are Ghanaians. Yeah. I can use my mouth to just say it. But to write anything or to vouch or say I'm putting my citizenship on the line for Ghanaians, that one, I have not gotten to that level yet, but I can say it in the air. That give them the visa, they will come. They are very nice people. So for now, without your respect, Mr. Ambassador, we are deaf. Until we get a visa, we become one of the top hearing people on earth. Give us the 4,000 slots. We will come. So let it be very flexible. We will all come. They will all come home. Ghana. What is a Ghanaian doing in America? What is he coming to do? Stay and do what? They will come home. All right, now, this story is very important. 9:33. Time Coca Crow. UGMC Human Milk Bank appeals for breast milk donations. In fact, this story, week where you can want some Friday, so we are doing rough cut. Now, after we did that story, a humor kind of story, and I also agree, it was a humor kind of story. But after I went back to do my checks, I sent my team to really do some serious check on this matter, and it's a serious issue. In fact, UGMC, for the problem they're having now is there are some women the problem is ayana enufusuo no ayedin say body no betumi a generate enufusuo enyo ba bia na wo a sebio otumi nya enufusuo na enufum. Now normally hospitals bi wo ha ayana bibia friend milk bank. That means your milk ya de ahye ya sterilize ya efin bi enim a sebio milk akora ya wo no ende kura betuma anom. What happens and then say normally no people genuinely come there and donate. Obi oha owu wie kura na still the whole milk. Obi oho kura mpo a owo a ontimi manemba milk enufunsuo every say aya na enye obia mpo na opese omaneba enufunsuo. Enti some people no they have enough breast milk behu bi da obehu se obekọ hospital na emba ne bi emia milk ne tugu. So the UGMC hospital say right now no your nkofo bi omutumi bewo na omni enufunsuo sebio akora so ya wo no foforo saa no untimi nkofa needle ana any kind of milk ema akora no enti se mo wo saa the situation mo enough milk ebia wawo na u generate too much omba bi omo wo aya na enufunsuo no doso pa like excess almost say they are pleading say so we are gardening na you want to give out breast milk ebia on person say na you can come to the UGMC, be donate milk, you know. And I'm very sure, say, they are not just going to be, say, Brahona be donate milk, maybe they are going to help you with a few things to say, some vitamins, maybe also to me, so we are pleading with Ghana for, genuinely, you want to donate a breast milk. UGMC for say, Omonufunsuno ashorted. And, obviously, when you say in Ghana, no, I am a friend of the formula, and it's very expensive. And why not? So be when not willingly, they want to donate her. Why not just go donate for them to preserve it? Send a ubi and so what? Because sebio nipani bi they cannot afford formula. They cannot afford those milk na ACC supermarkets. Never wedding. It is say abai to me I donate sa natural breast milk na their money pana. Why not? And it could be you tomorrow. Ebia. Why do you also say idea saying you never know, maybe after pregnancy no say it is not suitable for an banana. I was say man in so these are things we all need to understand. So we are begging the ladies, reasonable, rational, and responsible ones you believe say ebia wawo enufusuo na ewo nufum no doso. Sometimes we can be mia atugu keke for no because we need be on fanye. UGMC say they are open. Almost remo. You can come there and donate the breast milk. We're feeding the band bear 6 months crampo na enufunso or enufunso. And at that point in the band crampo I started a formula and I say a milk na enufunso no there every morning be generate enufunso. So such people can walk into UGMC and they have the system, the machines to help you donate a breast milk to the facility. Send a baya obisoba na say onusu hia breast milk na yebetuma call breast milk bank no ne akofe bi e de ama na it say blood banker yetumi call na ya eden yakobu muja na ya de ama hospital say so bi hia muja na yemfama no. This is the same thing. And I urge the women in Ghana, especially from celebrities, no, these are some of the things you have to use your platforms to do what to talk about. And it hurts me sometimes when these issues come up and women, without due respect, imbayua, imbabawa, social media and some so-called celebrities, no, they cannot use their platforms to project or talk about these things. And ya bibia na UGMC and I say aban was a show no ka se bejisika kakra na waka we hu asem. It could be you tomorrow. And these are things that I expect our ladies who are a little influential in our system to pick it up and send this message and talk about these things. These are donations that we need to do. Inti anas and I am many be ya say nada na mbana kwan kan wasem adana inketesia na omwesi so no omumum and to we enfan to makoma say this is what we want to do to help. Because at the end of the day it say mba wasema ehia oba bia ne bema bia. Say me ka asem we a impact no ho but say oba ana emba egisi omakoma so say sankomo we no mu bedi a convince omunyonko ba because some of you guys have been in that situation before, so you are the best people to talk about this particular issue. So I will urge the so-called emba celebrities in Ghana, not just celebrities, politicians, mamefo, inketesia mutuma woda munim how these things work. You have to make this one of your messages on your platforms. It is not always about a dear one some and a way koto mokumame and a way the honya fe and a way we get time. Sometimes you need to inform Ghanaians as a woman who has opportunity to use their platform to do what? To send their important message. Inti, this is to Ghana for nyina mo amon kran mawa sebio mo edufunso obi wa breastfeeding the back do point bia akora no enkran bi wo ha quickly omutumi adapt to a formula and tentem. Inti maame bi wo ha ono or breast milk ba pa within a month na the ba no krampo or 2 months akora ne num enufunsuo biom. That breast milk, you can donate it to UGMC quietly, and they'll make sure they sign an agreement with you. They are not going to come out and tell people say now, and this is not even a crime. This is not even shameful. It is you saving or helping another woman to also feed another child. So donate a breast milk to feed another child. Your UGMC for us just donate breast milk to feed another child, because another child might be the savior of your child. Very, very important. So donate breast milk, save another child, and that is the only way we can build this nation. This is very, very important. I will say message we down. Wow, platform biano, more TikTok. More Facebook, more platforms, especially Mbano, dedicate one day to speak about UGMC Milk Bank appeals for breast milk donations. More Oyo Oba, Mbana, more TikTok, Facebook. We are telling you guys, with all due respect, we are saying, say, Muntumi, I appeal to you, Muntumi, for just 1 day or 2 days, and talking about people donating breast milk to UGMC, because it could be wo, and now unya baby, and now down for be a wako wa, and if we so why ding, and so also echo wo a hospital, a bit my friend UGMC say, I'm friend if we should be bre a nipano, and see. More am I willing to do this? This is a very, very important gesture. Ubia ana obabia betumi aye ediabua ne nyonko ba ana say akwarabia yawono. It's very, very important. Now, asem way a very obibeka say asem way no den the fagana ho pa. And sometimes no insen bi wo ha etumi si abrochiri. No biaka say, oh, where they say abrochiri see e fire ho I'm sure. Canadian court sentences 38-year-old Ghanaian pastor Emmanuel Yeboah to 18 months in prison over assault case involving a 13-year-old female congregant. Now, enye abranti we krampo a ya den ya jailing wo Canada because we assaulted a 13-year-old female congregant. Akorabia okona sorry a we 13 years now. So far we 38. Esebio yes say ordinance sake kana na say wabono sedenyo ama sebio yede na koto efiase afe baako ene bosome enwotwe. Now bosome nsia. Now we Canada and I yache software and yede na ko jail. Now you see, in some say bebresi o Ghana. And there ya woman say Mame for any papa for omoko respective in sorry what Ghana bebre no, they witness a software omo abusing call for omo sorry. Ya Ghana for ye nyina ye ni software omo de embrana show omo sawo omo ankasa sorry a omo de nipa bi efa nyomemu a sebio eye osom ana religion inti yenka ho asem. There's a lot in Ghana. Nyoma bebre esi o Ghana in sorry na dia ya ne say enkwara a omo ye below 18 years a omo ntumi and make a decision for themselves no omo na dodo no kohye saa nkwasomwe mu a na aye din se obi beke bia mamo because obi a wedi over 18 obi a ono ye maame penyini papa penyini na so willingly what no ho akwa asori ho na so sofo bi use asori na ana religion no tata no tietia ne fa hodie so ene de nipa na wedi 18 and will to do that. But there are so many churches in Ghana. You want as young as 10 years, 11 years. Now, as software no more in the name of someone, they are abusing those young people because at the end of the day, nipa na omoti omoncheno, omo papa no no, omo maame no anasa awofo no, omo na di omo kwa asori ho. Enti why na sa akora no kwa akoka asem akire no because akora bi tumi ba asori. Na sofo no in the name of asori no or ye nyoma bi yawan sofo Ghana omo de omo nsa ehhehye nkwara ase omo tata nkwara omo bu nkwara ne bi especially nkwara na omo ye mma no imagine say o maame kwa asori bi o maame gi sofo ne di pa o papa so gi sofo ne di in fact o papa ni sika we gyina odwin say sofo ne di sa sika no na ama no if say mpa bi a oboma no na o ya akwara we di 14 15 16 a o hu sisi hu so a o ya young girl na o maame asoma say faade koma sofo we anase sofo ya frɛw sɛ o maame wɔ hɔ a wo se o maame ni wɔ se o ene brafie bɛgye ade na wakɔ sofo no hɔ na sofo no ne wada ɛde pa na obetuma ka kyerɛ wo maame ne papa ma magye wedi. What is going to happen and say o maame ne o papa ne bɛda ne ho aka sɛ wo yakora bɔne o pɛ sɛ ɔde sofo no de ɛto ahokyerem. So at the end of the day there are young people in Ghana titru emano they are going through this kind of assault, molestation, rape in the name of Yewa sorry. And what hurts and say, Anka asama to akwara no and awofo na also no kasa. Then so because of sorry religion no asay ni padodo adwene e wo Ghana nti ayana omomba no kora eko bibi mu a enkora ne srompo say omebeka chem papa ana mo maame say ye sofo e wa sorry ode ne nsa kekame ode ne nsa hyehyamase one mada ye won sorry bi wo ha sofo panyine ne nkwara ne da na sofo nketewa no so ene sa nkwara no so da and the parents sometimes they are aware but for some reason ayana awofo ne bedwene say so mo jaya sorry na eye engusra anasa inshra omunya was asofo no ebetiako so they would rather sacrifice their daughter. And there are so many Ghana for omo Ghana ya report sansem we bi omomba kra ka kire omo a omadana omo ho anasa obetwa omo ho to go after the child to say akora the person di enumguase ebre papa no ana ebusua no ana asori na ana asofo no and there are so many of them. And these are some of the things that at a point, you know, yes, young Kora no sisa, Adentina Kora do 17, 18, no musuba sisa because say so be status on your Korabi da. Suffocate to be started in Sakaka Korabi at the age of 14, 15, 16, 17. Now Akorana ain't me nya obi obetuma trust no. And then I can't say some na. It do some point to be a Akorano etinking saying. What happens is say I feel the emfa Quran who be into because me band is see no on them be mad that rough because that has been the habit. She has been inculcated or she has been ushered into some lifestyle where nya obi amana nya den ama nipa no entime ngina nechi ankyere say the omde ye no na so at a point you know they lose confidence in everything. At some point, you know, they believe, say, that is the norm. At some point, you know, they feel, say, when that happens to them, so it's basically going to affect omo papa and omo mame because in their head, and they think that is a revenge against the parents and a revenge against the people she trusted. In this house study, your uncle Bibi Organa, sende, say, enquire Bibi, and I say, ye be serious investigations. Now you're caught down. Enquire Bibi, no. They are going through a lot, especially in Mano. Obi o ti abrochire na ne ba et Ghana 14-year-old kid, 15-year-old kid. Akwara story a ose kosofo kofa sika koma no. Kosofo no bompa e ma no. O ti America ye adwuma sa ponchi na sofo bi ne ba we di 16 years dade bia. Now, okọ sofo no akwara ndi sika ne koma sofo no. Sofo no abompa ye bia ma ne maame ana ne papa e America ma na oni krata. So for no money ya kwankyere ne nsa kakrata nti ade na akwara na wo Ghana ne beka kye ne papa sa papa ne bejedi papa ne beka sa akwara na emusuefo opese osai sofo no dwumadi a odi or ye nipa bi a otie nyankopon som nti the kid crampo will become an enemy to the parents whether in Ghana or out of Ghana and asofo are taking advantage of this small hole into mo awofo no mama mani mra nkwara no ho when it comes to asori when it comes to churches Yama asofo ni bi, not all of them. Yama asofo ni bi dodoɔ no are taking advantage of young kids in Ghana. Me akwamiti me mama ba enkosofo. I will never do that. It does not matter how close I am with that sofo. I will not send my daughter to what that sofo without an elderly person with my kid. Never. I'm not even going to allow you sofo to come close to my daughter. Inti, we need to start learning those things. Because Muhammadi 35, 28, any other, you people, age na moduno, you have the will to do that. And what is for the court? They will tell you say you are over 18, so you need to prove that in court. But akora or you below 18, no. Wine a man quine say sebio sadia we atono no obetumi take a decision. Enti mo awufo bebrebe no momba bebre wo Ghana asofo ni bia abuse omo ni omo da. Enkwari bi wa as young as 60 na asofo chirom say ye abortion. Na maamefo no and the sad part of this whole thing they say the sad part of the whole thing they say eye enkwara ne pese omo ne omawofo ekasa enkwara ne pese omo ka ekire omawofo de omo kom, but it is because awofo are so deep in this asori nyoma. They have allowed the pastors to turn them into slaves. Oma ma asofo na dane omo se nkwa. Asofo de bibi eni ehu bi ato awofo ni tim to the point they say enkwara ne tumi hwe omo papa ehwe omo maame omo say asem we kura mekoken e de me beto asem mu. Until all the time, no, suffer no psychologically or some effect be what our phone so and side effect no and nobody raping Kwara Ghana. There are so many of these pastors in Ghana, and mean ya dwa mean your chin, whether from whatever church to whatever church. All these people are doing this in Ghana, and so many young people have been defiled in the name of religion, in the name of asori. Enti mo awofo no moma moni nkom mba no ho asori too much no sebio obi nsi ho kwa se som but I will say ma woni ko oba no ho oba no owura asori dem ho okoba ono nko akọ na oba na owura sofo dem na sofo ketwa efre no na yesi akwara nko anko sofo ketwa dem nko bom paye akwara nko anko sofo enko je mpae bon e dangerous. Yankwara bebre mbayo bebre asai because of the introduction of this new kind of churches in Ghana. And in the old churches bia omro mo wajim enkwara ya watete sorry na nsen social media omtete manhwa so mo bi sorry. That is their job. That is what they do. Because the first thing in religion is fear. Say obi betu anamon akosofu bi ho na waka say sofu we de oyaminyame sofu we de min tutunase software de me pebia nya me be fa no so de amamia first that fear na sa software de beto dipa ni trim. Into the moment that software no onye software papa no or created that fear in the head of the congregant, whoever is basically beneath the congregant no automatically falls under that fear. Enti say or the huto papa so or the huto maame so automatically wa oya ne ba no o hye sa ehunase. Inti maame ne papa no, the first thing these people do is say they create some kind of fear in their heads. Send beya so oba sorry ho na ne ba ne kura efre ne kukuom eka je say da last week sofo ne me dia papa na ye ka kire na maame ne ka kire na kuma mu ni tim no onim se sofo kura nim de omo ka no dem kukuom. They are so scared. Fear has been filled, it has been put in their heads to the point whereby omuni omobane crash demo kasa na enye sofo no eni wakwa omusuro because omutim no omgin se sofo no hunhum no obehu. So that fear creeps in. Then amanfo a minim say your amanfo bi wa sorry omuni say sofo ni omobada so mutumi nka. There are so many of them in Ghana. There are so many people in Ghana awufo bebre a sofo bi ni omobada. But out of fear, they cannot speak. So I believe, say, this is a responsibility. I was saying, yetiki. Yenya yekwa sorry. I was saying, I was sorry, I was saying, me ni daho. I was saying, share mamba no their movement. Baby omoko nipa omuni omo mengo nipa asophobia nipebia and yes, yenjai pushing our children to asofo. Let's stop pushing your man kitten to a software 16-year-old kid, 15-year-old kid, and the software and the and the software all night, and the software and the software. The more you do that, you are exposing the little child to that kind of thing, and they will take advantage of your daughter. They will. Sunday can be phone lines. One day, I'll open the phone lines and Ubehu and Ma Omba Frakacho said, me, so for being me die so manka. Even they are adults. I will for mame for a software be to me on my da against their will. Our mukron to minka. How much more will be already 15, 16 years? Yawa I will for anama me for omuye mpenifua. They can fight whoever tries to do that to them. But because akwa sofonti, mami a woni sika papa bi, otia ware papa bi ase no, ultimi mbie na no nka, ono kura suro, na akwara wedi 14, 15, 16, 17, ultimi nkasa. It's more of no, I know sometimes we play too much careless. Then they use them and they abuse them. I'm not saying but from what I know, a lot of them, that is what they are doing now in Ghana. And that's how it's looking now. Also, oko eye makaranta bi emkremofo society sadin bi wo ho. Oko makaranta enkwara 14, 15, 16 na malamfo bi ni omoda. It is there in Ghana. They take advantage of Nkorano. Oh, Alaji, Monko Eya Malam Jaffa ho, Monko Malam Jato ho, Monko Malam Seidu ho, Monko na Monko Sianway, Monko Nfio, Malam Foni B. Not all of them. Some of the Malam are taking advantage of Nkorano in the names of Omoba Makaranta, Omoba Besia, some kind of Arabic word. Omoba Besia. They are doing it. It is happening in our communities in Ghana. Mean to me, Yinkremufo, and so Enfrim. This cuts across. It let us be very vigilant. And Kurano bebre life would say, into by the time our Kurano Andrew SS no, what done it new already. So sometimes you ask yourself, say, now Yankora way, add then Kurano more SS at the age of 16 or SS no, now Kurana than the premier needed that. Now Kurano Jantini. It is because some of these things happen before these kids get into the senior high schools. Into Omunko Shiam Memano, they are experienced prostitutes already. Into Omodru SS no. Sleeping with a man is not a big deal. And intina na me catch Ghana for say the introduction of double track system na ikufu ado Dubai no and it destroy a lot of our young ladies because you know the introduction of the double track no and the free SHS compulsory na infrastructure no lots and lots of these kids started living in communities or in areas they had no idea. Akura wedi 16 ni amana ko hard was sankregwa na ne papa te boase. Akura wedi 14 years no high die e onungwa na ne papa te sewi. So that kid is vulnerable. We basically made our kids vulnerable. Emano. Because one, sisters, this young kid, see these kids, girl, ladies, they be into Ohun say that is what is happening. Then she starts to befriend them, she starts to copy it. Ohun say that is how it happens. At the age no more, they are vulnerable. Any man can take advantage of them. It is the introduction of that by force free SHS go for the buy, you know. And I'm telling you, apart from a soft one taking advantage of the kids, the way we basically threw these kids out there for irresponsible men to take advantage of them, started from 2017. And it is go back and do your checks. You will see it. You will see it. Double track inti ne ma mimpo ni madawa makwan akwa bi tumi krafie say oko school na school kra makwan yeso me ba 3 months obekọ na ote eye galamsey area na ote bema bi daem ba ne ma minim say akwa no school. It's because of the double track. And later John Mahama say by next year no be making sure say almost see na school double track reform because the moment there's double track in the system you cannot track your kids. It's a fact. And what created the double track? Whatever created double track was because there was less infrastructure in the system until we could not keep all the kids in school. Some were supposed to go out and live there. And when they created double track, until the distraction of Nkwarawe, and apart from our software now, we take advantage. It is also the way Ekufuado Mobile, almost Obianko school, and when the facility and I say infrastructure lesser than the students are open here. It creates a lot of problem. And the pressure ekogu also ekogu emano so. We saw some of the boys going into illegal mining because nobody's marking them, nobody's checking them. When we used to go to senior high school, you're marking on the 7th of March. Your parents expect you to be home on the 8th of March or on the same 7th of March if you leave school early. Today, parents cannot track And it's the removal of double track one very essential decision I also about taking 2027 now John Mahama so be free very important because see that is where the problem no when it started free. And you be an idea politics, but also sometimes you see answer near who questions say, no, maybe see a dear money cost, and somebody who says, oh, I didn't make call back to free SHS. A lot of our young people were destroyed because of the by force free SHS go for the buyer. In 2015, John Mahama catch Ghana for through Professor Nana Opoku-Agyeman said, we needed to do this thing progressively because we needed infrastructure. So in tomorrow monitor Mbano near the double track bar, we cannot track our kit. And it was a fact. A good for the buyer was 400,000 kids, Mumbra school. We cannot track the kit into a whole generation for 8 years. Yes, sir, in our life. Yes, sir, in our life. 70% of Emma Omoko free SHS we could for 70% they turn them into prostitutes. There were some things na omuko senior out of campus anka schools no facility no ekufu see 350 senior high schools on the Bawumia sia anka sa suban no sa de na enkwara emma ene mbema ko sua ko munsua because nobody is monitoring them. Eh? When we used to be in senior high school, there are some schools be oha time na me call Presec no Presec enya enda Presec all over the Presec. No, when I entered Presec, now your few places are wall down. When you use the Legon Road, on that side there was no wall, the main street. No, the only place that wall on the wall air from maybe going down to Medina. It wasn't covering the whole school. Udru Bebia Ghana Telecom no one where not your tifemuna. There was no wall. School Nankasa, the main entrance, and now walk a cribda. But you know something? People were scared to leave campus. You needed exit to come out. You know the reason? The reason was that even though there was no wall, there was an invincible wall in the head of the kid. If even say now maybe quick now bar, you were scared because you knew there was an invincible wall around the school. The reason was that everybody was supposed to be in school. That was the trick. Every moment, everybody was supposed to be in school. So almost to be a PF school also could exit. In your head, because there was nothing like double track, you cannot tell me some a day student. Day students, we know day students. A month when you stayed in school, you had maybe less than a percentage of kids who were very stubborn. Once in a while, they would step out and go to Medina and come back. But 99% of the students are minimum school. In our head, there was an invincible wall around Presec, and you could not step out. Into the moment you create something like double track system, Akrano bar wedding kako high down mamano. Into Akrano is living outside. And it's not yet to for say that thing called double track. They are not supposed to do it. The by force free SHS not dangerous. But people say people like us we hated free SHS. No, because Ekufu and Bawumia were pushing the kids somewhere they were not supposed to push them. Into introduced to by force free SHS. Then the floodgates were opened. Now unima kura wa campus and the only campus. Obekona SS ni ya high room man no on the bemanati. So what do you expect to come out from it? That is what we were talking about. And to John Mahama ne Aban Weka say, a year 2027, they are going to do everything possible to make sure say a year double track a year from it is one of the greatest interventions Aban be able to make. Because if we don't do that, you better swap 1 million kids into senior high school. You better a bit 20% to pay and the papa. Yes, especially the female student are more vulnerable than in Bermano. And you study at a point. Now, Galamsey was so packed and the MPP, now there are young senior high school kids in illegal mining than even Omo Mutifi. Because Oti Abontene, Oti community be, and conform holding in illegal mining. Or also, we whisker, boys in the community be better. When you when your time, or campus, I don't see that. It's then the kids are like, see, I go school 1 month, you better fear 2 months. Then men can't tell me, I'm imposing me befi or Sankregua, no, Galamsey site. Never me better know. Because you see, we created the option for the kids to enter into these vulnerable places. Mama Cho's story for Fro. 024 said to Twakasa is exactly 6-2. That's 10-2 in Ghana. The next generation must refuse to normalize corruption. Otufu said to say, "Eye, yena nananuma omudi echira omoba na wo fa asenum e de say yenuma ye nyini no. O say eye bibia ye betumi aye. na ye make sure say eye ketahye proye ye besia no anything that be make kire otumfo say na me do anything and then be 3 days master tia krono a ye mpanifo no bi boy no mema ye generation ate ase say enye ye njai nana anything and them tia mema Ghana fo hu krono akofo boy krono boy a okofa oba bi fra bruchire Iraq ni ba ebe an advisor to the finance minister owi Ghana sika ewo ne badimu edikoye hotel anything na me adwuma we inti esi amehu sa ofo ameso inti generation away chino ya pese ya momu hu abakwasem no krono a ene ketahye a ese Ghana no eno na nana waka hu asemi inti beni age se de me ye nana wo support me because ya ma ye nchirima no ehu abakwasem efa krono ketahye ho a eye ye nchirima no enti ase obewu krono ne ketahye se e normal enitina ye papa kofo imbre bi beduru ya ode Ghana sika okofa oba odada Ghana fo ewie sika in the name say oba ne nkono nkoye de finance minister advisor say mama emebunu na ehu mama ye nchirima na ehu anana sa asema wuke sebio entumi ko bebia enitina matu ne ho esiwo se bema Ghana fo hu de ye mpanifo ne bi eye ya ese Ghana krono mo boye itinana je kofo nyoma ne menyan wie wefutuo ya wode ama yene imbebuni ene yene asesi a yete ase a yebetumi akasa ema ketahye proye omomudi echi so eba no ebetia no yeda wasese na wode se futuo na me memo mo ntia ase me nkyerɛkyerɛmu memfa edien ensam no enkyerɛ mo membiebie na mo hu krono a yempanifo aboye nana me wi a kofo a mesa be kufo ado so na mama ye nkyiriba na hu eye dwirim ne krono because we di nka ka kyerɛ sɛ eye ketahye ne proye ne yamma ye nana no mom so di echi no ehu sɛ eye ade bɔne anitina mema Ghana fo ehu sɛ eye JA kofo obedi Ghana so from 2001 kopem time of free aban mu no krono a boy a ɔne ne mpenanom ene ne busuafo ewi aye a mede ɛho nkrata ne nyina so ɛkyerɛ ye nananom nana me dɔw ende bia me ka kyerɛ Ghana fo sɛ odo a wo mame ene senia wo support etamechi ene de nyansa oka edidi me nsemechi no ema me nya awerechemu ema me confidence to do what I'm doing inti ene o blessings we abana kire me say de me ye no me nam kwan paso nana de wakan inde ekire se de me ye no me nam kwan paso e o se me ma ye nana no mu hu Ghana Airways akofo ton ye Ghana Telecom akofo ton ye Joship ne ade o se me den krata ne kire Ghana fo ye nchirima se ne be ya ensem a wokan inde no enya nsem a be sebio nana ensem hunu e o se ye ma sebio ye nchirima na eti ase se ketahye ne proye ye de tumi manipa ana wo ya Ghana ni na obedi nipa so a o se ye po eni se ye ma enu di enim se ne ye papa kofo ma sa krono no di nenim a ende ye bie so ma Ghana fo hunu kure no enitia nana so wahwa wo chanchan hene Kevin Taylor odofo baako asem bia meke bia no mitu bayira na makire sie ana mituru sie na makire na mede nkrata atareto efisa nana yentan obi ena mentan ye papa kofo ba me pese ye nchirima no ehu from the wakan say ye papa kofo edi adwirim owiaye oboye krono tumi edema no nti the wakan ahya meden it has gingered me nana I like what you have said and I believe say you are blessing me for what I am doing and I am the say and what the asem we aba amagana for nyina hu say the Kevin ye wo hyira so na menko so nye na yemfa nko ade a ye friend ketahye ne proye na me dance me do and also do me no humu now asem no the tossing team you want me to say something? All right, I have it. I will use it. Asamfo fra aba and so and a Friday. Gary Taylor. And a Friday. And a Friday.
And then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous sweet just say me who the America dynamic what Friday. And then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous sweet just say me who the America dynamic what Friday. And then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous sweet just say me who the America dynamic what Friday. And then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous sweet just say me who the America dynamic what Friday.
Nana unana no bika se Kevin now can't change him one boy nana me do o change him Kevin Taylor nana odom na me do no homo nana yam dwumadie no so nana no homo Hey, do for me don't know, Nana. They be out to me for. I ever go good and can coconut. Now, as some ways, ya sama aba, a ya sama, minijo, I also Ghana for Nina, who the echo. A year, oh, sorry, a year NHIE. NHIE, National Health Insurance Authority, has suspended 3 pharmacies over suspected National Health Insurance Scheme fraud. You see, a year National Health Insurance, a year Obupenina or Dano, a year Abrantia Fefia, or Sebio Nwakona Konoa, Wabu Juma, Sensa Jomahama ba power. We are one of those a year appointees. What Tre said, when you give young people opportunities, they can change a year the face of an institution. National Health Insurance Authority, now one of the most struggling agencies, now a share MPPRC. At a point, we complained about a lot of things with the National Health Insurance Authority. But our brand here, we take it over now. We have seen some smooth sailing and some consistency in managing the affairs of National Health Insurance. And hardly do you hear anybody talking about health insurance there because of this man John Mahama appointed. Now, we're taking some decisions to be very important. And that decision is we're suspending pharmacies and our pharmacies be National Health Insurance Juma or who say Omu di dream. We're suspending them. And I know after they do all the investigations, I'll say you close your down or be close your down. You see, sometimes we need leaders who can take decisions, definite decisions. And say majority, there were so many pharmacies are omubu buying. And you know the most disheartening thing about pharmacies are omubu buying in the name of being subscribers to National Health Insurance system. No, the money I say majority of these pharmacies it belongs to the doctors. It's one doctor or ye juma a big hospital. Now onim how the hospital system works. How yedi edru emma yeche edru ana aban a supply edru. A doctor who knows how these things work. Obi to say doctor or say maybe a pharmacist. Obi on your doctor or your pharmacist. Why ye juma che na our pharmacy and aban ye juma. Do you know how they can tweak the system to favor themselves and make money out of the system? And I believe the NHI, now they are cracking the whips. They are making sure amount for them will take advantage of Ghana no pharmacists they deal with them, and I expect them to go further and make sure there are other pharmacists they are basically robbing this country through NHIA. So this should not stop there. It should not end here. I really respect the decision he has taken. Said, "Sa pharmacists me and say ya be say omo ya fraudulent, omo bu aban faso, omo de kwan bi so bu Ghana bu aban no ama sebi onipa bi ahwere omo nkwa no." We have to make sure after the full investigations, I will say you close your down near job license. It has to be done because we are talking about health. You can't nipa nkwa ho asem. You cannot have pharmacies that are fraudulent. You cannot have pharmacies that are doing everything possible to make sure omo bu aban. And so pharmacies bebu aban. Now one, they are either supplying wrong medicines, or 2, they are overselling the medicines, or 3, they are even prescribing medicines that any the right medicine for the various hospitals to give to patients. And so this is not just a normal thing. This is a big deal. And we want to know these pharmacies. Next week, I expect the NHIA to publish the names of these pharmacies. Send we can let people know who and we will let people know the people behind these pharmacies. Send we all can red list them or blacklist them and make sure the suspension is not enough. The suspension, it's not enough. You are doing a marvelous job. You are basically working, and we have all seen the seriousness in your work. But I believe, pharmacies are involved in fraud. Their license needs to be revoked. Because we are resetting. We cannot be pampering people and being considerate. If we have detected that they are into fraud, we need to take their license away from them. We need to get them out of the system. There are more pharmacies that can do the job they are doing. From Monday, we will follow up. Now, I want to show you a Juma NHIA boss way all year, and the NHIA workers of Woho. Now, National Health Insurance Authority pays over 157 million Ghana cedis in outstanding claims to health facilities. Hospitals are not buying a diomoka. Almost ya supply indro beka yensa ya supply pharmacies ne etwe no maybe a hospitals ne kotoye whatever they call it sa nyoma ye kotoye ni nyina no aban de ka and NHIA atia 157 million Ghana cedis to these hospitals around the nation. So NHIA tua sasika we a busa ho se na ehe eneko wan ne boa no eboa wo. Hospital now ko na mka so omuni se duro bi wo ho no yetua hospital ne ka no be ko na duro no ho enti se nka obewu a sa NHIA no mo save you. Now let's read the whole the reporter NHIA editor abontene. When you read the release of the by an NA, and it was released on the 15th of May 2026, a few weeks heading here, NHIA pays over 157 million in claims. Accra, and as some we say, the National Health Insurance Authority has disbursed more than 157 million Ghana cedis in claims to healthcare service providers across the country in April 2026. According to the statement from the authority's claims directorate, the payments were made in two tranches. 43.7 million Ghana cedis on the 14th of April 2026 and 113.6 million Ghana cedis on the 30th of April. The disbursement covered accrued unvetted claims dating back to 2019 that were outstanding as a result of isolated particular challenges, as well as some vetted claims through March 2026. The NHIA explained that the prompt settlement of claims forms part of its commitment to ensuring uninterrupted healthcare delivery for members of the National Health Insurance Scheme. Private facilities took the largest share of payments, followed by public and mission hospitals or facilities. In terms of distribution, high-volume facilities accounted for 64% of the claims. Clinics and health centers for 23%, chip compounds for 9%, and specialized facilities for 4%. The NHIA reiterates its resolve to clear outstanding arrears and strengthen the financial capacity of health facilities nationwide. This was issued by the Corporate Affairs Directorate, National Health Insurance Authority. Now, okay, release the Bible it starts from 2019, backdate all the way 2019. In 2019, and now 2019, not Aban also, not MPP also. 2019, the hospitals, chip compounds, facilities a aban dia and the private ones there. Now omode sa eka from 2019. We are in 2026 and our ban way a clear backlog from 2019. It won't with the seriousness and the serious work this government is doing. The ama aban we kura e slow down kakra and say eka na mo beto ye no sankenya eka nkofo ejato wa anka aban we wa ye nyoma bebre, but this government has to take a step back and make sure say oma clear eka edaho and send your baby see ende na ya toaso and then ama aban we krampo e slow down kakra, but still this government has done far better than the Abozeke government, than the Verbs government. It is a utia 64% of Sika Mutua 157 million and over no echo private facilities wo and 24 or so percent echo 23% echo chip compounds and a move 9% echo specialized facilities and a 4% in other. You can see say they are trying to solve every single problem from 2019 and na Ghana are buying edit national edit hospitals 2019. Don't see this as a joke. This is a big step. This is a huge step. The competence now by way their governance, this government almost turning things around so quickly. 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 24, 25, 7 years. Now MPP are buying from 2019 to 2024. How many years? 2019, 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24. 6 years. Normally hospitals cannot move here. And unim, the na Ghana problem yana say, and the recently Mr. Kako for asem 98% of Ghana media MPP for there. Santifobi they own it. You see, what they do is say they are able to cover up MPP's rot. It's easy for them when the MPP is in power. And even over the Emma Kufono, the mainstream media that is made up of a lot of account media, no, their job when the MPP comes to power is to protect MPP's corruption. So, Peace FM, the main thing they need to discuss, they don't do it. Because Peace FM, no, a MPP media, Isha FM, the main thing they need to discuss, discuss it, because Isha FM, no, MPP for there. Obeko aya Kesbin asantinidia obeko aya hello until you see say message na o sanka omutumi question abino they don't do it all that they do is now no started to ayam pia kan kwasi asem Kevin Taylor di atem and this former power biom and we see but the real issues no they cover it because every time their party is in power no that is when you so oman no mutim and bi na kofoye no or twabuntuo na oteso na otena buntuo no so na chenchene ye Intertension no sorry so enende yedi nsu abegu so na ya kirikiri bodwa Kevin so dia na keka kansem he me ma woni me ma na ka wutirim etikofo so no otimbuntuo na buntuo tua ne to no te so woni ma akaka se kofo buntuo so me say who are you to say Kufuor is sitting on buntuo and then Kufuor Mahama kache Kufuor say the day Kufuor be free power no and e be hu buntuo a wote so ons and the mo hu buntuo e ko na Kufuor buntuo so. Now do you know buntuo? Akwa bi no a school. Na de bia no oba no mfa nigga B. No you say nigga B na de. Kwasini oba nkran oba school. Nigga B no ajeso nigga B. And one day ne ma me besra no. Ne ma me besra no so ohwe kwa me boaten. Ofri odumase sekire. Kwa me boaten. And na ofri class. And na me say kwa boaten no so nigga B. And I'm say bobo na me be isa na friend no na nigga B na also your friend nigga buntuo enti onenam ho sa na nigga buntuo 2003 oti buntuo so nigga B nigga Kufuor no nigga B wedwa ubuofu me didi Kufuor tem obe den sana Kufuor nigga B and Kufuor say nigga B2 sana Kufuor 2001 e bana sana we nigga B what buntuo so Edian Mohammed Kajam said the day Kufuor will leave office number who the shit he's sitting on inti nigga B ne kan MPP for and the air Friday and the air Friday
This is a better sweet marvelous sweet just say me who the America dynamic what Friday and then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous sweet just say me who the America dynamic what Friday and then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous sweet just say me who the America dynamic what Friday and then Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous sweet just say me who the America dynamic what Friday.
All right, welcome back to the show. It's Friday night in Ghana and the United States. On Fridays I'm taking it slow. Na ma jujum kakran no bi atene wanse Monday ni ehia na me jujum. Intuition Kufuor kan say friend nigga B. Omodwa ye ba Kufuor na ye ne sa no na Kufuor wa ye den me de krata ba o me kirikire ma buofunu be kirikire krata nim mo a mo defend Kufuor mo be kirikire mo defend nigga B. Mo defend nigga buntuo na na dan kwa Kufuor nigga B2 and a verb nigga B3 omutiti buntuo so omon kan kire nipa oga so mo so no I'm the president, he is the former president. Kufuor be say he is the former president. Nigga B's MPP4 mon kan okre. Today is a dynamic Friday. Ocha do medi matem tu na mo ana mudi matem mo mbrana witi na shima no ene de asanwere so wi na omde ya na se de yin witi na shima no asanwere so me mam ni pebina asanwere so 40 wi now I didn't know before mu dwam sa aden fan boy we di matam sa aden na mo yesa inti ana mo mre inti mo ana mo yesa na na ha mo say young man to say me amesi so very nice guy mo so na mo di matam sa enti na aden emumma ma die pa na mo gine o me ho young bees young nigga bees Itimupa de na moji. Na de bia Kevin na say, and I Kevin to say, and I Kevin Jimmy for, and I Kevin. I dare say me dang. Because me nim de amediayamo. De bia mu buofu. Me assure pa say between 2028 election and say me wunkamunya nkami wunanka election mun lose. Just say mu adan eno ade na maye. Ade pa na maye. Te na maye. De bia mu di matemate pa. Say make I say for the Ghana movies over Santu. Ghana movies in there. Nipa be me ansabi no mo ya de bia we obi to say Dumelo, no way you obi to say Vivian Jill, no way you obi to say why na memfa nka ho like the son no headmaster nti no way you obi to say Ghana actors and actresses Vivian Jill, Dumelo. Me say that who o mama kanyina say make I say abena Din. What's will be a prono? Kwasia, Obebi prono, Bema butu yere so. Cynthia, what is going on? What are my eyes seeing? Na Cynthia, you to manona katano. Governor, it is not what you see. Governor, it is not what you're seeing is not what you're seeing. Kwabena bia prono unza bema da so. Move na abra Ghana yintuma or the akatano. Kwabena, what you're seeing is not what you're seeing. Jimmy, Kwabena is not seeing what he's seeing. You are not seeing what you're seeing. Na Kwabena usa, who are you, gentlemen? No, sorry. I saw with boxer shorts. I am a friend. Na Ghana be set the boy in the na Kwabena say, Cynthia, I didn't expect this from you. Say we can say movie. Na Cynthia say, come I know. Inti say come na be born na be ma ba kuno macho man na obesha de yire was so the same. My friend, you have to be careful. Ding. Jimmy sa 3 hours. Na obani gina be mededim. Na say come na person bono. Abna Cynthia, I've given you everything. A big mansion, I've given you a car, a build for your parents. Your kid brother is in school. I sent you around the world. What do you need? Obama said, I'm sorry, I can explain. Kobranu sia ansana de ban yere na kasa. Omo Jimmy too. And Friday. Say make I say.
And Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say. Me who the America dynamic what Friday. And Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say. Me who the America dynamic what Friday. And Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say. Me who the America dynamic what Friday.
Masa, show that you know. Show them the boys live akotena bruchi be 15 years. Omo ye adwuma ma UPS. Prince of ceremony there. Omo ti abruchi omo ye adwuma ma UPS. Omo ye factory don pack box. Omo so we went to America to audition. Where kwasia odede version. Ko California ni yi New Jersey. Omo she box or factory. UPS ground delivery no omo ye. Omo ba no ma she nose mask. Ye ni momo omo nim hwe. Okoye movie abruchi kwasia. Ocha punk a binitary boss on a 20 pempias as a prince or say Laboro Gua, Quasiato, California, or your ground delivery, UPS move, and Otina, or deliver boxes. Or bow, you are in America, you know, you want movie, since some America, movie, you movie back. Sakwa, we Jimmy too. Now, Otumia movie, now, Wabejino Banim, now I saw Bano, in the shirt, now, Boggy Sata, no, you know, Homes and Quasia. Now, so, babe. You know, it's been a long time, and I believe we need to share our love. Now, Obanusu Butuosa Akoko. Are you sure, Kobana? I thought that we have been together for long. I want to show you my love today. Now, or the ring that the bishop bottom we. Ping. Can you close your eyes? Now, Obanu Butuosa Akoko, that's why you say. Nenya, mote hona moshe. Tin. No, you ring, no. I saw the wall banner sick. I ring in a wee. Can you open your eyes? Surprise. Na sa kwasi ampeni ne girlfriends or no more drum or banner now for no matter no money pay for them. Hey, surprise! Will you marry me? I'm going for Jimmy to Jack. And then Friday.
And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say. Me who the America dynamic what Friday. And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say. Me who the America dynamic what Friday. And now you're Friday. This is a better sweet marvelous food to just say. Me who the America dynamic what Friday.
Ain't Monkoda. Monkoda. When I be for one of my come bobri, I'm say be man be contact. Over be contact. I be contact. What bodam? Ain't me your show. Say make I say for. Omo down so Ghana. Bebre. Oh Ghana there. Ope bet my mobile 5 be me correct. Ebia Vivian Jill, Likey, John DeMello, Mr. Beautiful. I meant too many. So beautiful. And now why be maybe Majid and 50-50 be. Yes, sister. Mrs. Oponwia. And maybe crack. But don't want to Jimmy. I'm going to make you no. I'm going to make you no. And it's at times say, hey, go for the movie by and I say nipa 3 before be you say Nadia and na Jackie Apia and na Majid Michelle. That time Jackie Apia only capre or Canada na waba. No what chire no. And all the fake accent be Jackie so be penase mo Mrs. Wia. Jackie Apia so waba. Now what to the niche ni niape to pray. What are you doing? I don't know what's happening. Go for say Jackie Apia free Canada na bo. Na Nadia so that's the baby obi penro ai na osun azan subi de bia yeja no ai Ghana broni kokko so no ai or mixed race na movie Nadia wom dia number na atweponi ai no mo hwe eh Nadia wom only bro for na ding so girls here Nadia then please come in. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. Also please don't worry. No I don't the theater the church no soon. I know I've wronged you. I know. But we make sure that now just say opening scene no you took just like about 30 minutes and you see free so na ka twem na trotro twem no be to banchi me see dia some crowd e cost organic say make I say for you o man the good industry no but you know I love all of you guys me pemu nyina masam you really did your best Ghana movie ni dia mutumi ye ho adwuma Auntie Jackie no hey Jackie I criminals na boys na hag no and who tie I said hey oh Jackie Apia is crying Jackie is crying I go away but you might have it there Jackie Apia is crying Nadia is going to cry I know John Dumela and the content is ohum you know Nadia, you don't have to do that. Hey, you don't know. I tell it in your movie. Yeah, don't. Or the fuckers which today. I is that on your side? Did you Mr. Honorable? Honorable. Honorable John. No. Is that a very married man, responsible man? I really respect him. They be with me a tie on to me home. Please, John DeMello is here. Hey, Honorable. No. On the name of I didn't minister. Hey, I got your hand. I had your momala on our near thing. All right, let's take care of business. Now, this is another story I will say Idihun Komo. And I like the bluntness and straightforwardness of the health minister. Recruitment will be reopened whenever financial clearance is granted. Finito on pasito. Health minister say, "Sir, your friend recruitment portal na mo kan." Or see, aban we dey edana koma so say on me high nurse for. Now say a tiasie. Say aban any sika dawa ye de be fawo ye be clear sebosu ye be tia ka. Aban will not deceive you and say because politician be TV so ka say e was ye fa nurse for nti obe fawo na ontua ka. Minister say it is never going to be possible. The government will only employ when they can pay. And say Abanye very honest with you on these things. I know I show one day say yes, this is a government that is not a deceitful government. because mo nurse for more Ghana nyina. You know say ya che mo nyina kura Ghana hospital so still enya dia mo nyina mo benye adwuma ye. But you see, there's one thing about this government. I did be a ban we aye. Since I ban we buy no, there's never been a day a ban we nurse ni be onye adwuma ntro. There's never been a day a ban we nurse ni be ntro e wo Ghana. You see, when it comes to the portal, when they open, I buy my moti say we are going to open a portal, but you be benye adwuma. Enti so why lucky? Na the portal ni be na we adwuma. It does not mean it's a ban then I neglect it, because it is what the government can employ and offer. Say teachers they are buying home beso it does not mean the government does not want to employ. And you see, the young people should learn that this is the new kind of politics where politicians are supposed to be honest. Oba abrochira aban emfa na esifu adwuma wo. Wa na odu sika ko nursing school. Uwia na obe pay adwuma. You get it? But it is in Ghana and aban eso wa cinema wo ko nursing school. Uwia na aban asa pay adwuma ma wo. It is not done anywhere in the world. It is say aban ka kira wo say ye be portal another day ye betime tuan, because what this government doesn't want to do is say the same mistake Ekufuado here, because it was for politics, it was for vote. Oba mafa nurse for adwuma na ya fa nipa be 1,000 adwuma na ya ma omo clearance, meaning ya ma omo say ya fa mo, but you have not been giving clearance, meaning say ya be for adwuma so entua oka. Then the next few years na amanfogu street so a demonstration. This government or John Mahama is not ready to do that. As much as what promising us for say the government will only employ some group when it is ready to do it, because when there's money to pay. That does not mean that Abawe is not willing to employ. So far, Abawe employ over 16,000 nurses. But the question here is, sa Abawe bet me 20 no form. Now Abawe no find 60,000 and not 70,000 nurses. Now Abawe to be what is going to happen in the next day? Because one, you for Juma. Ebia yende aban for adwuma aban ma clearance na wako high dine. Ebia aban for adwuma nde aban ma clearance na wako ware. Aban for adwuma nde aban ma clearance na wako ji sike bi edisa wako ji na utimu no aban for adwuma nti aban betua na for all you know no aban air for adwuma because of aman for say aban for adwuma. Now 1 year na aban tua ka unim say obetuma go da jail. It is even worse than time and now to na wunye adwuma. Ebian say aban ebie 24-hour economy. Say mombra na mumubi. Because what in fie last me say small girl be and who fee because me year script 2021 and I'm tifie kwasia. Ka ojiska erikotua koku anka fifi. Anka sa aban na net so no 2021 Ekufuado aban no anka sa time no koje maslok sika anka we be shop e okejetia. And anka still anka ejuma ba aban betuma fa. Anka betuma fa nkofo gu store nim nanka wankasa ko ejuma peso ye. Why who fin se oproba we see echi yolo na 2021 no me year school me nye adwuma nya kwasia, because aban na woto na wagimi na ondwene wo ho na nka sa aban na ya aban pa 2021 wo wie adwuma no wo wie school ko nye adwuma nya otwe mo hu nyenyenyan se toilet pole ase e na mo nananam asanteme mu didi nkwasia se mu bi. But the fact of the case is say aban way will only employ when it has money sitting there to pay you. It's a fact. I will not sit here and make you feel to say or say me can't send me protected by. No, the real thing about no. And the honest truth is we will choose a government that is truthful than to choose a deceitful government. And this government is being truthful every single day. The minister is being truthful to you Ghanaians every single day. I will support that, because it's not about promises. And the promises now, why because of pressure and now who take decisions to be at the end of the day. Because Ebiana and say you know street is no. Ya fa juma ya ntia ya ka. Wana fa juma. Ya fa juma, we are doing demonstration. Ya fa juma 2002, ya ntia ye 2003, 2004. The question here is nipa na fa juma no. Aden na we ntia ka because no do so we jimi. Or person do ya politics. But aban bia ba say uni bibi. Ya ba na ya ba no na e ka da ho ya ba ya nya say ya mfo bi adwuma, but when it is necessary be we say sika bi da we betu atua ka na be fa adwuma. And so aban bie portal nda enye obi na be nya adwuma, but the consistency aban di fa adwuma kakan, that is what we believe in. And to me, that is how I do my politics. Me metna ha embeka nche say we dey sraw unim say John Mahama dey or sramo John Mahama sraw bia o John Mahama so be fa adwuma. In the meantime, no, you see loan kura wo ho. Ya onkofo from 2021 amu wie adwuma. Motema wa menchen o kejetia. Entuma bia wo na kofo no Togoba. Right now, we are experienced entrepreneur. Now person ko obey nurse. From 2021 what lifia 2021 o mami provision shop wona wa rania 2021 o papa store wona wa rania unim the inside and outside of a business no 24-hour economy loan na beda ho no from 5,000 to 50,000 ka ko jibi nda ebia and the portal ni bi we within 6 months no na sa sika na turn it into something good ebia after 6 months the portal ni bi ni efowa wo be for obi atena store na no now your nurses in so no our employee will be. That is what common sense etie. O de atena ho na DMPP for nkwasiafo wechi ubehu na u classmate for na kwaji loan no na omo bie shops na ya safa omo dwuma na omo be for set na omo store no because why you smart to understand. Do you want to be employed without pay? Catch there. So obviously for dwuma bra yentua okay normal catch finance ye be ma for dwuma mo akoye dwuma obi entua oka. But I don't support that. I will never support that. The best thing for this government to do is to make sure Owosika no afa adwuma. That's all. Finito. Now, yantinsi wagonim. And ejebo eja enyabedu. Eja is saying the NDC government led by John Dramani Mahama, the finances and our finance ministry led by Ato Forsen, the Bank of Ghana led by Dr. Isiama, Eka Bawumia Oforiata, Bogu Yeswa, finally, Omudi Yeko IMF no, 1 year, 4 months or 5 months no, Ato Forsen, etime lead abanwe, Ashisha Ghana Sika ama endemeno kasi, IMF na Bawumia de beshe ye kono ye free officially. Enya wanwa, enya wode. Are you not happy? Yatina krum ha ema amanfo eko IMF say ye free IMF aba omo beye kenke party ewo Ghana. Bawumia mo beye kenke party omo koto dokono beye 4 million Ghana cedis ebediye adenya IMF na yako ena yaba in a year 4 months Ato Forsen lead Ghana without talking, without making noise, without creating an impression say onimnyansa che ubia humbly has worked diligently with the Bank of Ghana, with the appointees of this government, worked with the president, and adiani against the end to mean see. Ato Forsen, at the end of the day, Ghana every IMF ase. And it's not just Ghana every IMF asio. How are you to me atoto nyama? Ato Forsen etumi atoto nyama ma IMF asina ye free no. And yes bia ye free ase ohumu. We are leaving this program confidently. Because you see, adebakwa e was some ase o politics mean say. So benya leader oya bone ana ontumi ewudwuma na oya trofo. And this man has proven say no kre any of politics. And one unique thing about Ato Forsen, the leadership as the finance minister, and I say there was never a day Ato Forsen carried on who Ghana to say onimbibia about economics. There has never been a day Ato Forsen creating impression be to Ghana for him say onimnyan sampo chain people he works with. There's never been a day Ato Forsen actually any signs simple say ohia wusika na opese owiaye. There's never been a day like that. And in Ghana today, so we do Mahama Friwa ubusa obia say wanna me to my GDD after Joma obiampo for now because say be Ato Forsen. Because you see, the bile of this nation running of an economy or a government is the finances. The bile of running a nation are the finances. It is a finance minister now. If he cannot be trusted, then the government is not a government, also be a GD. But you see, consistently, Atoforson has proven, say, he's somebody who can be trusted. Even when we are facing problems as a nation, financially, he's able to come out clearly to tell us, say, this is what we are facing. This is what we need to do. And the unique thing about Atoforson is, say, he's a politician who is versatile and pays attention to details. And it is not just by chance. It is diligent work. It is commitment. It is learning, submitting themselves, and being truthful. Juma John Muhammad Diamano, he has excelled. And I'm not saying this because they are me out of us but you see, I'm making you understand. Say, yeah, the Omaya none finances are saying ajiegu. The reason why until for turn to me back Ghana and then say, or say Ghana sick as seminar. So it should tell you the seriousness of the damage Ekufuado and the Bawumia and the Furia Tamuye. Now this Ofuriata or Ghana Sikasem in a very good or safe place anchor on Ghana. But the damage they did. Now we needed somebody to come do the fucking cleanup. Abrantia Wenaba. 1 year, 4 months. Why you clean up on my end abrofono, they are shocked. This is the first time in the history of IMF. Omo catcher or mine be say winning BB. Ya pese wo baraba Jessica. Now the boy will say no. This is the first time in the history of IMF. And they are still asking, how did you do it? They are still shocked. They are like, how were you able to do that? It is because Sikana, he is not using the money anyhow. Now, no one party for complaining say, because when you are managing an economy, so managing a cry, you cannot just say everything is a priority. Some things are supposed to be priority than others. And it's that usia economics are your scale of preference. You maybe win here and then you maybe fata. So he was able to make sure say we deal with the here and send the fata as time goes on, the fata will be dealt with. And slowly you can see say even though not sikeni or making sure say yes service the country was still moving smoothly. With the help of the Bank of Ghana governor, with the help of his colleagues, with the help of the ministers and the country as a whole, and the president had faith in him. And yeah, easy say me a call. Me pia bontine. Na insan menum metam dia show bin sem. The person na me den insan be share din sem no. Na it means say I trust the person. I believe say dipa no dia me dwene no sa na odwene. So it is not just by chance that John Mahama say to force to be finance minister. No. It is somebody you can trust and believe. Say, Adebia wujidino, sa nipa no sujidi, sa nipa no, sa wuni hokra, sa nipa no betwaso, sa nipa no be make sure say, sa dia no, baby na opese dano, obetum dia to. That is trust and belief. It is not just, but Atofos about finance minister. Atofos, no, it is the trust. And it's a typical example I shall say. And yeah, easy send me a call. Bijina baby no monsa, and I'm in Numusio. Now me the ministry shall be in some keke. I will look around and see the person I can trust before I give Samin Suru to the person. And that is what John Dramani Mahama did. It is so baka. We are talking something, we are talking about deceit. Atro and a say mine. Oforiata. At a point, near Nyakacho Oforiata say, let us know the truth. But
I can tell you, as my colleague, Deputy Minister said, we are not going to the IMF. Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are there. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you. Like when Joshua, Caleb, and the 10 others went to spy on the promised land. And only 2 of them came to say that we can do it. And the 10 went around the community, murmuring, you can't, We are not people of short sight, you know. And we have to move on, okay? So let's think of us as who we are, a proud, strong people, the shining star of Africa, and we have the capacity to do what we want to do. If only we can speak that one language and ensure that we burden share in the issues ahead.
What in question what yeah, call IMF. Not only Bawumia Network. I'm saying we are not going to IMF today, tomorrow. And I'll Joshua and Caleb. Quotation what Bible the same week, now call IMF. That is the trust I'm talking about. the MPP, there's no trust. How many trust to be? You to mean trust the MPP. This was Bawumia or the Bawumia free cabinet meeting. And I'm catch and say, Mekachre say, Yanko IMF, are they chini or IMF? Or Kasana Bawumia Tenin or Kasano Nabawumia to free cabinet ban Mekachre say, go and lie to the people that we are not going to IMF. But you see, we are talking about Ato Forsen. We are talking about somebody who has led a country. Yedi sikasem shedding sim na eden na ebubu. So somebody will ask, what is Ato Forsen? Ato Forsen is a dien. Ato Forsen is a doer. What is Ato Forsen? Ato Forsen is a deliverer. And Ato Forsen is a trusted hand. That is what is Ato Forsen. But can you say the same about Bawumia? Bawumia, what is Bawumia? Bawumia is a liar. Bawumia is a chipmunk. Bawumia is a yogurt peel. Bawumia is an adjective. He's a verb. He's a liar. He is a pathological liar. What is Ato Enamaka? He's a deliverer. Ato Forsen is a doer. And Ato Forsen is a trusted hand. And in politics, trusted hand is very important. Very, very important. Now, at a point in our history, Yebusa Bawumia, how ebeden ye to me ashisha Ghana sikasem e develop Ghana. Ebeden ye to me I make sure say adwene ama Ghana kodenim. Bawumia ka kire say na Bawumia ka kire the verb.
We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana. We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana. We don't have to borrow money from anywhere. Just toll the various sections of the road and we'll raise the money to do the roads in Ghana.
This is a verb. Listen to the verb. You don't have to borrow money from anywhere. All that you have to do is borrow and take the money from and way. Way near the Ghana so Bawumia, this verb, this adjective, this consonant. This is not somebody who is intelligent enough to manage the affairs of Ghana. So right now, Bawumia beso be the president no be ding. No, what does he want to come and do? Obeso be ding. What does he want to do? What is he coming to do? Obe ding. Because at this point we are okay, we are satisfied with what's happening. This government is not getting everything right, but so far, from what we are seeing, this government is perfect compared to Bawumia Nkofo on your mind. So Bawumia beso be the president no be ding. Or there be IMF BM. Bawumia beso be the president no obeso there IMF BM. Because we have come out of IMF. And we know Bawumia took Ghana to IMF. So basically, he wants to come back and take us back to IMF. And then obeso be it's obeso be the president no. Obeso the dollar no 18 BM. Then obeso the inflation cycle 57. Opese or the interest rate cycle 60. We are asking him. Then obey. Because at this point we are good, we are comfortable, we are okay. So far, what we have seen, no, the truthfulness in this government, the Oma year so far, no, we are fine. Enti, Bawumia made the president. Still, they have not told us what the verb was to come and do. Obey deng. See and cast your problem. Problem no day, we don't call Jesus. So there's no problem now. And there will be, for the next 40 years, there will be no problems because the problems we went through, no problem be anywhere ever swatch in the next 40 years, problem ever back. Yeah. Let's see, from now to the next 42 years, no problem be anywhere but change the last 8 years. So we don't need a verb. Now, Ato, any IMF forecast be. See, Ato force kasa and no, or can be, or say, team. Oh, thank you, Mr. S. My team said before I go on, I should show you guys something. I think we missed it during the editorial meeting. All right, Mr. S, let me show them. And it's about time in Kofowi, Ekache say IMF. This is what they told us, right?
But I can tell you, as my colleague, Deputy Minister said, we are not going to the IMF. Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are there. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you. Like when Joshua, Caleb, and 10 others went to spy on the promised land. And only 2 of them came to say that we can do it. And the 10 went around the community murmuring, you can't, da 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 da. We are not people of short sight, you know. And we have to move on, okay? So let's think of us as who we are, a proud, strong people, the shining star of Africa, and we have the capacity to do. I can tell you, as my colleague, Deputy Minister said, we are not going to the IMF. Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are there. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you. Like when Joshua, Caleb, and 10 others went to spy on the promised land. And only 2 of them came to say that we can do it. And the 10 went around the community murmuring, you can't, da 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 da. We are not people of short sight, you know. And we have to move on, okay? So let's think of us as who we are, a proud, strong people, the shining star of Africa, and we have the capacity to do what we want to do. If only we can speak.
How come, say, Shadrach and Abednego comes into our finances? Ayenanga say yejimana. MPP for wejimana. Yeti sika sha branti ni nsem. Yesi sika ya da mawi hwedu ye. Imbredu masika no wasa. Wahwe sika no. Wahwe ano masika no nya wasa. Yerebusa osika no asem a igina wen yenyim na eka Shadrach na Abednego. Na Shadrach na Abednego yo wana asem of me ho. Me Shadrach na Abednego me ni mo ma me ni mo papa. Edian kwasi asem ne tena ho saa 8 years no. And you see the funny thing is omko IMF no omba no hwe Kenke party omba Oforiata in Kenke party to celebrate IMF completion city at all. Omko IMF omo see a free IMF mu no omo ba ye no omo be ye party. Omo oda dokono kwa 4 million Ghana cedis. Dokono. Mami bi olashibi ne dokono sae. Easy. Ado busam said, "Don't dokunu we mo de koye den. Ono nkom to dokunu nko 150,000 ma me no ho. 3 days no more dokunu wi. Omo be je dokuno. Adan yakodi. Adan ye free IMF aba. Like these are like animals. Omo to dokuno 4 million Ghana. Tete Ghana is kind of 40 million. 40 billion dokuno nko a. Ma me no ola shibi. Omo tobi ola shibi, omo tobi wo eye den okpomuro. Omo to dokuno mu dokuno. Adan ye koye kenke party. Omo tumi omo ya party no mo sa. Sata we just na de no mo ko IMF aba. Mo beto say IMF mu ne efrim. Sa IMF we mo ya celebration no. John Mahama je only 900 million. Omo koji 3 billion. And omo we no mo begina Ghana na almost Oforiata. And I'm friend from Obusia for girlfriends. And I'm say yanye kenke party dokuno 4 million Ghana. Poly. Tete Ghana is got 40 billion. Oje said omenshia nko otu for that one thing. And omubedi ye adan ya John Mahama de ko IMF no 900 million pen John Mahama ji ye. E mo betu sika no almost a disca no. Omo ye no ye party go so Oforiata onie. And the kwasie bi ka say Oforiata de we penyini. Buntio ne to also a penyini or a nigga B. Or a nigga B. The ma branty, why Jensika, why go to Dokonan cutting to 4 billion and a what to watch it? Where's Zininara? What Zininara? What am I finding? What Zininara? Where we are not so good on our country and the air ye Jim. And mal, ya mal, ye Jim. Uncofu Adomo no Ganani. Me say omo ye kenke party he maami bia okoya decoration mama sister Fosti ono no mbefa no ono ne kwaje se omo ojomo 200,000 Ghana sister Fosti minimum no ono ne kwaje decoration of Kevin na onko for mabodam me say men den The creation of my koya ko bo tent. Omo man 200,000 sister Fosti. Dan so man. Na enkwasiafo we abeka kire say ende yema omo nsambra power biom. Ade a omo de esika ye ni. You get it? Enti nipa bi te say ye bufu ni aka say mama mankofo we chance mama ba close to power. I know begin say ye Jimmy. I know begin say nim nyansa. Mr. Ignore them. Ignore them. Omu wie ya no mu di sika ni nyina wie no say oh Ghana for the omu Jimmy. Let us take them to IMF biom. John Mahama Free Power 2015. Na IMF program aye komu. Na program no only $900 million. Omo buy no obie no otumi bie na no ka say John Mahama IMF sika no tamba kumpo die 1 cent die obie no otumi bie na no kan John Mahama 900 million John Mahama G 2015 time a Free Power na afi na IMF sika no abedu obie no otumi tina Ghana ka say John Mahama di mu 1 cedi enkofo eba no beji sika no mu die omo nsi 1 school omo nsi 1 hospital omo anya kwan ba kumpo omo anya bibia no mu di sika no omo wie na covid no mu di covid sika no eno mu wie no mo se yensan ko IMF no kwaji 3 billion eno mu bom omu ye no mu ja akuro to wo no fori atadwane ko sha abrochire so ngade na meka kire no omu di we nyina wie no fori atadwe no ko tena America ye so mre fie so ma kwasiafo we ka chem se ye nkoto abama MPP because John Mahama mo ya ade bia ensisi so kwasiafo ma mo fa fori atamra kwasiafo ma na finance minister to me better Ghana. Edi finance minister 8 years. Na ye wi a okotena broche se o mafie emwan enkwasea forma. Enti mu ye dede o social media yanya de yento abama Bawumia no meden. Na ofofori atambra. Kwasea fo. Enwan ma mmobro. Motis mai se moa. Muso amagimi munyina no mabodam. Enti nka mu keke mu social media any radio so no na atam Ghana asade amamo. Na ye hu bi da. Kwasiafo ye hu bi da mama akwa we abetena Ghana ha 8 years be finance minister odi sika ni we no akotena America monfere anka osade bia motena social media enkoma osam dini say adenti no foriata ewa America MPP for mani be di finance minister 8 years aden oti America ba mo ya jantra for ma ye nkurasefo ye jimifo nti monitsa aban kwasiafo bodin say Ghana na ye chichire asantefo na ye chichire Ghana ana kuo bi na chichire Ghana nyina na chichire enti sa mumu bi mo party ni power mo fa mo kwase antena se ne chichire Ghana no because we are santini nti MPP Free Power nti bibia mama ne nkoso wonti ase so woni munyansa na so we MPP na so ya santini a kofo kenofuru atabere fie enti nka every single day no mo betena social media don't talk about me talk about bringing kenofuru home because echire okwasea and they to me be my MPP. A brand nipo obehwe esika sem so abetena America. Na the Ghana enye ni krom. In chamwan kwasia forma Ghana enye ni krom. Why are you people not advocating to bring Kenofurata home? Why are you people not advocating that Kenofurata needs to come home? So onye bone sika edition nsa so to me adwuma na. Why are you dog kids in Kramaima? Why are you people, you puppies? Why are you not insisting? I didn't know say you want the moral rights to work in Ghana. Mo pese ye hu se nipa bi nimunyansa. I don't know why are you not people calling for Kenofurata? Because until Kenofurata comes to Ghana, na so begina trial cry 9 years until that trial is done. For us to get to the bottom of it, nobody should give MPP power because the next time we give MPP power, the next finance minister will be like, "Oh, na second cry we no okotina America. Ya the two misha Bawumia nsema. I mean Adams be we sika kogu France. Ya the two mi esha Bawumia nsema. Kojo pon kroma be wie sika kogu Switzerland o wie pe eka 1 year na o be Free Power no akotena ho because Kenofurata ye and that is what they are all learning kwasiafo na nke so na atam tumi ahye munsem Bawumia be di power na yensen ya na finance minister na o wie sika ngogu abroche o wie osobete wo memma until yabeba Kenofurata be fie na ye be gina trial say be di 10 years kra until we get to the bottom of the trial nobody is going to consider MPP moi. What you see a Jimmy on DDEP and when you see Ghana. They say the NDC is not going to get everything right. It's a fact. That's governance. But actually, I am telling you people, you can say whatever you want to say. John Mahama can say wanya and fire home. John Mahama can say mbemu and fire home. At least John Mahama near Ghana. At least at force in where is can continue US. At least the all the abo ho ban. Inti kakra 10 beska se nkada ye bedru ho. Sende the Jomahama kan nyina ontumi nyani nyina na oye bia nkada small we will get there. John Mahama or without John Mahama, somebody will come and make sure we get there. Na ntwam what is someone kwasia for yama mutumi. Na mo sesa sika nko san go abrochi. Na mo kotena abrochi na mundi atem. Mo ya moa. Mo ya moa. It me who social media na mu kema na mesre. Me akonko a me nullify mu nyina. Mo ntwen see emben election po na musin. Ah the emben election na buntuo hye kofo tu amusin. Na mo de munim de aba nka mo nyina mamem. Munim de aba anka mo nkwasiafo nka mo nyina mamem. Se oye nya Ghana ni a wo nyansafo. Ah udidi edi penchine ewom na se onya kwasia ba. Why would you even sit and say NDC aban yewe NDC aban kan we omunyeye abra immediate government a free power in the history of Ghana being sida omo finance minister join akwatena America. Hey, now you are Santini akwasia. Hey, we are Santini ya MPP ni ya aboa into adwene na ira. Ah, sebi we are Santini ya MPP ni ya kwasia. So into NDC former finance minister ene to akwatena brocha anka mahemfo ye demonstration. Edi ankwasia asem no. Ana mu bia obi aso bia etafre ana. Me say this government obeying kada 4 years when tumanya bibia it's fine. We understand. It's perfect. They are still here with us. They respect us. They are serving us. Kada obeying kakra. Inti no pressure. No pressure at all. Hey, say policies ni na Mahama ban with 4 years tumanya we believe. Say Sibio must start no it means they will do it. Inti we are not under any pressure. Nobody can give anybody any pressure. They can choose to do only 4 policies 4 years. It is fine. As far as it is yielding results, we are good. What is about Jimmy Kasa and Monquasia, someone who fino, Abamobi pressure or Ghana, no pressure. The banning kada. Hey, the NDC government can do only 4 policies. They can work on only 4 policies. As far as they are solid, as far as we see the result, we are good. Policies now cannot, we will give them more time, more bodam. Ma bodam what you say mu kemu no na nyina adane adwene they say there Jamahama ka so we onye ntianya dan kwasiafo ma now ma menche bu bibia ato force ne kan ye wo munya hu bibi nti aya na moto ara mu jimi ato force na kasa o say ana Friday na mu jimi mu sa no me charge wo so a. Oh, okay. Thank you. We are not in a hurry to go back to the international capital market. At first, say Ghana for munya butre. Ye hom prayer. Say ye kwa kobo besia. Ye nya butre. Se ne ye di dwuma na mom ye nya butre ne ndi dwuma na kakra. Ehu hia. Say ye beko abontan koji sika be support ye be ye. Be ni menim ye dia mom ye nya butre. Se ne ya ne kada chichire man no. Etumi make sure say yan say sika ya bedru ha no. Obviously, or mind bia at a point. Obetima ko bobesia, but osa bosia no, e wose eye bosia nyansa wo ma wo de bedi dwuma. Into say, mama Ghana for en pepere omo ho say, ochina ye ko akobo besia abroche no. De ya bedru ha na, etumi am efri IMF program wo fefefe. Ah, sebio ye try say betoto nyama. Bibia nya perfect, but o say, mama me empre ho. Ye nya botre ne enkyekere man no. Na bebia sebio ye be hia se ye bibi be hye ne ade ahye impempenso bi du ne ye be hia sika bi kakra de beka ne akwa abontene na sa besia na ye besia for so ye be yusu into for now no atobo so bia maintain oye dede ayu de bi o say maintain your level adole. That is how I chichire mine at first say maintain your level, maintain or say adole obia nya abotre na ye maintain enya ho pepre your mind ye chichire nipa enhu hia. Sa aban we be here sika na so say kobo besia we will all speak about it, talk about it, give a good reason and go for that money and come deliver at the papa e pese de. But for now there finance minister na say you maintain a level the na ya now for the past 1 year 4 months no yen de yen toa so kakra kwasiafo MPP mo pe power more power. Inti yenye 24-hour economy ni nyina yente ase ntwamoa. Monko sesena konwa na monko tena so. Inti yenye dan nyansafo no oka no kura kirew. And I'm going to tell you, Ghana for when it is necessary for this government to borrow, the government will borrow. But when it is not important, the government is not going to do it. That is what we call priorities. That is what we call choosing your priorities right. Who make it the right decisions at the right time. Who says abayin bobo besia na besia no, you should make sure say who reason out kobo besia no na besia no ba e was so who say what dey ade na ehia. Into so enya botre enya say yetume etwa ho ka ye free IMF munti o chen ekoji sika. No, this man, he is not setting up a company or kobo besia koji ho faso sana na kenofori ateye besia bi obeji bia na ho faso eba no ho. This man is not like that, because he believes in the vision of John Mahama. He believes what John Mahama wants to do. Said John Mahama and there otukwa 3 months Atufose can run this economy. It's a fact. So I say adole obia adole. Okay, say maintainer, let us all maintain. He knows what he's doing. And your rosary throughout. Ebedu sometime you hit the point kakra. At the point the dollar will go up a little bit. It's normal. That's governance. That is economy. Hey, Nyoma to me see. Let me show you this. Mami Chiro there. You see this? Mami Chiro. Oh, this is not what I'm looking for. Mami Chiro. You see this? That's being realistic. Ghana must maintain stability to attract investors. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. This is the one I'm looking for. At a point, the war in Middle East is expected to impact economies through higher energy, food, and fertilizer prices. Way every World Bank for a IMF for. Now the issue here is, as a country, a time will come, there will be pressure on our economy. It's normal. The dollar can move to 12. It can move to 12.50. It is normal. But you see, when you get people who are willing to work and manage your economy, you should not be scared. You see how stable the dollar, the cedi has been? That's how it works. It is the stability. And the stability brings the confidence. And the confidence brings the results and the revenue. And that is what Atufose has done over this 1 year. So the issue about roller coaster economy, sometimes facing struggling, and it is normal. But the issue here is, can you trust the person handling it? Yes. Let's expect to say, at a point, there will be this roller coaster thing in the economy. It is normal. But the issue is the consistency, the trust, the belief, and making sure that abide the right thing. And that is what we have witnessed for the last 1 year and 4 months. That is what we believe in. America cried the car. But the issue here is, you have to understand, say, so mind to say Ghana no, when you you know, say, nobody should lie to you, say, oh, at a point, pressure embed city so pressure embed city so. It's normal. Oh, at a point, abana embobesia, abana kwakobobesia, but the difference between Nkofo we NDC for no and MPP for no say, they do things that are important and that benefit the nation, not themselves. This is governance. Obi to because somewhat Saudi Arabia now affecting world economy. It's normal. But the issue here is, the difference is how these people take their work serious and always make sure say on mine so they always work in our favor. So let us not every single money. Hey, I have a COVID-19 sika, MPP sika billions. Billions. Ubusom says Sasi come the day number to papa so. Kojo upon kroma kromfo onya 1.5 million Ghana cedis odin fala. The tisa bottle. Upon kroma as the health minister said that time he took the money as the communications minister or jisikan $150,000. Odinina. And I'm kwasia for yantam to me mamo. Mama come back to Atufose. Now Atufose said we should not be in a hurry. Say, let us take time and look in our books. Yanshe trajectory no. Yanshe how we can manage our own affairs over a certain period. Yanshe baby a bit me yisika bi ashe baby. Na yetumi connect baby ma baby ejina. Yanshe say yebe spend and how much we will be able to collect revenue, internally generated fund. Sika yebe tumi nya from etwa yejeje na de yebe tumi di aye. Inti edum pempensuo bi na yebe hia sika kese bi di ahye ma ne akwa abonti. Nto so yenya abotre. This is not a race. This is managing an economy. Or no be any contest. Or no be any race. It is about making sure the right thing is done. Now, Shadie, this is another story, and it's got to do with the IMF. I'll say, indiscipline took Ghana to IMF. We must sustain gains. Atufo say, indiscipline, sikeria chrono, atro, and a diako IMF. Ekufuado bukoje 3 billion a year. Chrono, atro, sikeria. At a point in our history, yen who say, ye ria sika when you say doing yashi. And then last me catch Ghana for say. And then last me catch Ghana for say. There are some cases that can be prosecuted, but there are some cases you cannot prosecute. But the ones you cannot prosecute, it has to advise the citizenry. I feel what I say. There are some cases that are prosecutorable. You can prosecute. They are glaring. But there are some criminal cases. When you waste time on prosecuting, you rather waste money on that than to protect what is left. But it is hard for you to say, I will say, spend the time and be chasing it. So what you do, you block it. How do you block it? You make sure those people who did that never come back to that money. Into the greatest punishment we can give the NPP is to stop them from coming to power for the next 40 years. That is the greatest punishment. NDC can prosecute 20 people, but the greatest punishment we can give these cows or cattle is to block them from getting access to power for the next 40 years. It is the greatest punishment. Because you see, MC be Wieska, Minister be Wieska, we be Equia Party be Wieska. There are some things you want to prosecute that you spend more money on it than protecting what is left. If we as citizens, what we need to do is say, there are things we saw with our bare eyes. There are things that we witnessed. There are things that we don't even need government to go after. But it is a lesson to us to make sure those criminals, those acts, we don't allow it to happen again. And how do we do that? We block them from winning power, and then we protect what is left. Now just say, in Krobe Bra war season, Sankome or Margin say, Obi or Nomuku will be on developing. No. Countries are in so in the past, the World War I, World War II. What happened? And they say, World War, no, there were countries they picked out as their enemies. They never went after them. What they told themselves is that they are not going to allow those people to attack them again. It is our nuclear weapon, and that is how you build. It is a we don't even have to waste time on her. The greatest thing we can do to prevent them from repeating the same thing is to block them. And what do? You vote against them for the next 42 years. That's it. That's all. You need it's fine. But now, say a giant who be so we block it. We stop it. We never give them any room again. They're not sikali kutano no. They're not money box in kutano for 8 years not America also on Magana. Na Bawumia koliko we na yenfa yetumi machine. Yenfa ye real machine mu. Bawumia no for that na cabinet 8 years. Ade for that ye bia na Bawumia nim. And for that in America. Bawumia mpeso beka ho asam. Ye jimi nti yentam tumi ma Bawumia. Na enyo for that na fa Bawumia djuma. It is for that Ekufuado, Bamti, Gabi, Bedie to omna mo fa Bawumia djuma or your apprentice. Nendom go phone we akot in America. Yan for 2 minutes master na accent stantinism. Yan kwasi afo. Do you think we are stupid? Mo just say nim nyansa. Enti na mu kem yanya den yan jai bibia. No. Yan yet governance ase memenya akora asa wo. Memenya akora wo. Senegal 92 mihwe US 94 mihwe Italian 90 mihwe Metimi de wakɔ ekyire menye small boys awo me start to spa chacha na mo bebre ye wo mo kwasiafo mo je se ye jimi na hwa de IMF for any ND program no they voluntarily told us they want to do something with us, and it is about a year idea your friend no PCI maminya botena minjidwem. What the Koliko Ebre, ye Jiminti, Yama Koliko Medi president. A verb. Now, IMF Policy Coordination Instrument, PCI, is not a program. It is a form of technical assistance. Now IMF say Ghana ba IMF so many times. For the first time in the history of Ghana and IMF relationship, the rate at which NDC are buying winning at force it to me are turning things around quickly. And the numbers they are looking at, how positive they are, they believe say they can still help Ghana to do what? To sustain the momentum. Now, you got a PCI and to say IMF wakobon the best IMF about wa oya den o manisika. IMF omo programs be bree. Now, sa PCI we senka oforiata allow Ghana ema IMF for the sa PCI we efa PCI we so ebe boya anka the way they mismanaged our monies after a free IMF buy and oforiata time no anka insida. You know the reason why oforiata mo ampenema PCI we or IMF for Alpha. The reason was that when you allow this PCI, what is going to happen is because IMF in person they will not want you to do some things that will end you up at IMF for them to be blamed. Until the IMF is technically giving you technical support, you don't end up there again. Now, because of Bawumia Imf, they said they didn't need that technical assistance. Now, PCI, this is the PCI. Now, PCI, IMF Policy Coordination Instrument, PCI. Now, the International Monetary Fund Policy Coordination Instrument, PCI, is a non-loan program where the IMF monitors a country's economic policies without giving any money. So what they want to do is they want to help assist us and do what? To make sure, say, we stay within the so it's technically because IMF for policy be say they want to try and get less countries coming to them. Now, the only way they can do that is say they will have to give that assistance freely to guide a minor in the way they manage their affairs after they leave a program. So this is not a programmer Ghana betam 1 cent edema IMF. It is a programmer IMF who say they also want to study the way Ghana in a short period, yet to me attending a year economy now around. So they need this assistance on some of the money for free. Now, it's mainly used after a country has stabilized its economy and no longer needs bailed. No longer needs a bailout. It's the IMF almost on my way, bailout to be a man. Then what they want to do is they want to assist you with technical ideas. Nyansa enibaku for trim. Into what they have learned over the years, say they need to assist countries. They told us to say a PCI now some of the money for free. We are not going to pay a dime. But unless a country, the leaders of the country's coffers, and I say the leaders are handle or mine economy, unless they are corrupt, that is the only way they will block the IMF from coming to help, assist, do what? Guide them to sustain the economy. Because say IMF for way back, now I'm my assistance, no more boy technically, when they see something going wrong, they will tell us as citizens. Because right now, we have a government that is running our economy. Imagine, say, I buy away person with a dream. How are we going to know? So when the IMF is there as a supervisory agency, it is independent. It can tell Ghanaians that your government is doing something that isn't right and that you end up at IMF. But at Simo, who say, my way, economy, they are running it transparently. They are saying IMF should come. You can look in. You are not bound by anything. When you see something wrong, you can tell Ghanaians that Atoforsen, Ghana government is doing something wrong. So this is the highest level of transparency we are experiencing under John Mahama. So the PCI, it is actually going to help us, the citizenry, because at a point, I know your dream say Bank of Ghana, Abino Eka Bibi chair, near Jinu 22A, politics nobody yana, Omo Dada yana, but Atoforsen wants transparency in managing Ghana's affairs, and Atoforsen want Ghanaians to know what they are doing as a government. Until now, we have an independent observer to just watch the job they are doing. They cannot interfere, but they can just assist and say where the Munyan is say. That is not interference, that is assistance. Into PCI, is a form of transparency beyond governance. Into IMF is coming in as an independent agency to give us more transparency, and the transparency, so basically, IMF is going to be our eye in monitoring how Atoforsen manage our economy. The reason why PCI no MPP for Angel say they didn't want us the citizenry to know say Ofuriata area is sika kwa abrochire. And it's that they prevented IMF from bringing the PCI. Now when you read the second point, PCI and home for so they say one, no IMF loan involved. PCI no omoma loan. Omunjisika oho. 2, no IMF monitors economic policies and reforms. Nyoma wodi atoto kwemu no IMF study who say okay we free bonto obeboa say we de we ya ebia we energy sector no be break it down ebemwa end up at IMF ntima nye we de we ya ebeboa oman no light blue be form. So that is what they are coming to do. 3, country agrees to fiscal and economic discipline target. Oman no de pese e de sika ye de pese spending de yen spending sika bejeje IMF beboa. So basically the IMF wants to work and basically be the eyes of the citizenry. That's all. Because you see, for a very long time, no, Kenoforiata any Bawumia Emma, the confidence near our governance etikoye. And this in Abba, and this some confidence be Abba say our buying can be good. Yabenyankophobia or Ghana home. Now, right now, no, they are adding another layer, and that layer is to be more transparent so that it will not look like John Mahama ato force na meeting and omni esiama meeting and omo kan semi and edi enim. Right now IMF not to one so omo ye bibi na nya obeka che Ghana for hey me boa mo Ghana for mo minister ni omo ye we. That is what we need. So double transparency is what Ato Force is calling for. So when you hear PCI Honsama, it is basically something that helps us. Now benefit of PCI and anything. Benefits is build investor confidence. Now, say investors be person about Ghana. No more invest in Ghana. Now, on your line, they say IMF are assisting us in directing your economy things and helping in assistance. Almost at least this economy is a transparent one. And that when I pump in $20 million, I know say at least almost IMF supervising, not supervising, assisting in managing things in there. So investor no be confidence, because you see, most of the investors on Mufra Bruchi. The reason tia omu timi for musike nyina emba Africa economy nim say omu ni any source or any agency they can rely on to give them clear idea of how the economy is being run. You know, Bawumia etna Ghana, every figure they gave us was a lie. But better than you, Bawumia lied every day. Ofuriata lied every day. They were making numbers up. Sankomo ma PCI we nanke ohanka IMF beka is Ofuriata boa. From time of COVID-19, Bayamka said the economy is robust. No boy. They were lying to us, but there was no PCI. Nobody was monitoring. Until this time, say investor about Ghana. What the investor will have to do is just contact IMF. IMF, I want to go and invest in Ghana, $20 million, $40 billion. Now I want you to give me a clear picture of Ghana's economy. They can tell the investor, guys, we are working with the guys. We are assisting them. Their economy is solid. Their fundamentals are great. You can go in there and invest. That is assurance. That is assurance. So the IMF being there and giving us that supervisory role, being assistant, it even gives the investors confidence. 3, support currency stability. That is what that happens. The moment there's transparency and the guidance are there, or the guidance is there, the stability of the economy, the city is guaranteed. Now, encourages lower inflation and better budgeting, improves international credibility. That's it. That's it. It is all got to say MPP baby say, oh, you say PCI no abanti, you see a John Mahama entrust here at force now. Omi and Kwasia for they are stupid people. Because my menka be bincho. Whether you like it or not, IMF, they have influence on world economy. Whether you like it or not. Opeu, they have that influence. So if you are going to partner with the IMF to make sure they help you sustain your economy without you paying them any money, you have to do it. You whether you like, you see, the issue is sometimes you want to act as if say we live in a vacuum. No. Whether you like it or not, the IMF controls the world economy. Into how the IMF can na so free IMF I say. Na IMF say me assist to help you because if Ghana along the way When we get to know, say, IMF for assistance, we can cancel it. We are not under any agreement with IMF to stay under this deal or under this kind of partnership for the rest of our lives. No, there's no monetary thing involved. If after 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, now Ghana for who say IMF, maybe they are overstepping or they are interfering, we can say we don't need it. Go. And nobody can do anything. So what is the big deal here? And they want to come and help. Let's give them the opportunity. It is not about us paying the money. It is not us paying the money. Because whether you like it or not, so IMF and your PCI and cry, they have their people here who will be monitoring. IMF our office or Ghana. And whether we like it or not, the IMF knows whatever is happening in our economy. They know everything. So what is the difference between you trying to get them in here and physically assisting? This is an assistance. You can choose to say, please, your limit gets here, or limit in Embroha, or limit in Hanedu. This is all that you can do. That is all. You have control over this. We have control over. They don't have control over this. Now, there's something that happened a year MPA. I had the CEO of MPA and the Okasaya, and it's one thing I higher power. You see, I get a lot of that. Me reading some comments. Me, oh, why is the IMF trying to come and help supervise? Why is the IMF coming to assist? Oh, they are the CIA. I know sometimes you Ghanaians, you are a little naive about some things. Whether you like it or not, world economies is being controlled by the IMF. Whether directly or indirectly, you cannot fight it. Sometimes I am you staying in Ghana, your countries will be here. They have more information in Ghana than you, your Ghana government. Do you know that? There are some countries around the world that they have more information about Ghana, Ghanaians, citizenry, than even your government. So sometimes, I am a you make it look like, say, especially we African countries, we are fully independent. No African country is fully independent. No African country. Now, Daintina, Yesika Samuni na say, and we call IMF Kojiska. Why didn't we tell ourselves that we are going to go to an African country to take money? Why didn't we go to Europe to take money? It is sometimes, you need to understand some things. We cannot pretend to say we are so autonomous. We are so independent. We can do things on our own. We can't. And it does not mean to say we are supposed to hand over everything to the foreigner or IMF. No. Whether you like it or not, they have a lot of influence in world economies. Whether you like it or not. Now, I don't think our economy is say, one can say, Yanko Tanzania and Kojiska. I don't think one can say, Yanko Namibia and Kojiska. I don't think one can say, Oko Russia Kojiska. Why didn't you go to China for $3 billion? But you went to the IMF, which is in Washington, D.C. It is sometimes, let us not act as if, say, we can do things on our own without the help of the IMF. We need it. Officially, we are out of it. But if the IMF wants to assist, we have no option than to let them come in. If we don't need it, we stop it. That's it. We cannot pretend to say, Ghana, no, we are 100% independent to the point. Hey, Massa, you can never be independent. America is not independent in everything. The United States sometimes needs its allies to do some things. I am telling you, and it's a fact. The United States of America, they sometimes need allies to succeed in some things. Even when you go to space, they need allies in space. Yes. When you go under the sea, the United States, they need allies under the sea. So when it comes to a country like Ghana, an African country, if the IMF wants to destroy Ghana's economy, they can decide not to come to Ghana, have an office in Ghana. They can still destroy the economy of Ghana. It's a fact, as the economists. So, Obibeka's colonization is still massa. Baby, you do know. The fact of the case is every place is colonized. Even America is colonized, if you don't know. Every single country, because we are intertwined, and every single country needs the help of another country. That's how it works. The world is intertwined. So everybody is colonizing everyone. Obia, that's why the president of America went to China 2 days ago. Does he need something there? Maybe, yes. Now, so America is one of the biggest countries on this planet, everything-wise. But still, America needs China. And you know the funny thing, China needs to America too. So you can't just sit there and make it look like, we are not. We are interlaced. We are all colonizing each other. And it depends the perspective you are looking at it from. That is how it works. Unless you don't want to be realistic. So you saying that, we are colonized, we are being colonized. With this one, everybody's colonizing everyone. It depends where you want to take, the piece of meat you want to take. That is why people should understand that the AU is not being reasonable and being smart, because the African Union needs to understand that the world is colonizing each other and that we need to take advantage of some people who don't have what we have to colonize them in that sector. But you cannot tell yourself you have everything, but you cannot look at the weakness of your opponent and take advantage of it. Because if America needs some kind of natural resource that is very important and dear to them, that is where you colonize America. Because when America needs Ghana to do something for them, they will look at our weakness and use that against us. That is how the world works. We are taking advantage of each other, but the smartest ones are the ones who are taking the big meat. So you need to be smart. You need to think big. If you become stupid, somebody will take advantage of you. Ghana cannot live in isolation, and that is what people need to understand. China is deep in Africa. They are all over the place. Ask yourself why. They need us. But have we been able to capitalize on the weakness of China? No. Because we are silly. We are stupid. We don't understand the new colonization. It is not about somebody coming to your country to pick your children and say, I'm going to go kill them. It doesn't work like that. It has changed. You look out for the things your opponent needs and you make it a priority to them. They need you. That is why today the Iranians are controlling the world market. Why? Because they have seen that trail or what that little hummus or hummus or they have captured it. They are protecting it. That is also their beef. That is what they are bringing to the table. Then we sit here and we say Africa has come of age. And you enter this country, China is in there. You enter here, Russia is in there. Now, do you think the Russians will come all the way to an African country when they don't need anything there? Do you think the Americans will come all the way to an African country when they don't need anything there? Do you think we are just stupid? We sit here, they are raping us. Because we need to sit, watch them, analyze them, and look at the things they need and bargain with it. That's the thing. The bargaining chip, we don't understand. The men now can say, IMF about Ghana, they are taking advantage of you. No, don't be silly. Be smart. Think outside the box. Look at your opponent, what they need, and then capitalize on that to also make sure your people get something out of it. That is how it works. Go to the Francophone countries in Africa. The French are there. When you go to France, they don't have anything. They have studied the Francophones. And they have studied that they need some things. They are providing them all the time. The Francophone countries are getting it in Africa. France is giving them. What do they need? Do they need weapons? They will give them. In modern they will give them. But France knows that the bile of their nation economy is in the Francophone countries. So whatever the French people need in Africa, the French will give them. They are taking advantage of them. The people say, hey, and a French for Timor, they know. Because we nyasa idea no Francophone for no kroma, ni kro to mean survive it. But into French for no, what are they also looking for? Nothing. They sit there and they enjoy whatever the French give them. That is what I'm talking to you about. Let us not act as if we are in 1864. No. Nobody, no country can live in isolation now. No country. And when you are going in to bargain, you need to be smart. You can't put everything on the table. You cannot put every single thing on the table. Sometimes our opponent need here. But what do? We go there and we drop everything on the table and they take it and give us peanuts. We have natural resource. Why is Congo not stable? Congo is not stable because we hear Congo natural resource. They know what Congo needs. But what is Congo doing? Are they bargaining well? They are fighting amongst each other, tribe against tribe. And who is making them fight? The person who needs their resources. The person who needs their resources is making them fight because the only way he can get the resource is to make sure the black Congolese fight the black Congolese. Now, why is the black Congolese not understanding that we need to become one Congolese and then put our needs on the table and tell our opponent to also show us what they have? But the black Congolese is easily deceived. The Congolese is easily deceived. So they buy machete for some people, and they buy guns for some people, and they buy peanut butter for some people, and then they start to fight. That is the problem. And can you blame the person who is giving Congo people what they need? No, they also need to survive. This is an ecosystem. If you're not smart, somebody will eat you up. It's simple. It's so simple. Don't make it so complicated. They will divide and conquer. That's how it works. So when Jimmy up, somebody will take advantage of you. The Chinese will not destroy their water, but they will come to Ghana and destroy the water in Asankrigwa. Who is allowing them? The politician, the chief, the citizenry at Asankrigwa. They see nothing wrong. When they see the Chinese, they partner them and they allow them to spoil their cocoa, destroy their land. Who is at fault? It is us. It is not the Chinese. Because how many space are why can't you also go to China and do galamsey? Because you know you cannot divide the Chinese and destroy. But they know they can divide and destroy. So we need to sit and understand what we are doing. It is not the English and the talking. No. Nobody can live in isolation. As I speak to you, no country in this world can live in isolation. It is never possible. So sometimes when I see African leaders or hear African leaders, when I hear African leaders and see African leaders talk plenty and some people making noise, I keep asking myself, I say, don't you people think that you are talking too much? And in Koma, baby, the reason in Koma, PCI way that they how? Yes. Allow them. As far as you are not paying money to them, they need to be partners. Whether you like it or not, we need them as partners. You can say whatever you want to say. We need the IMF as partners. They can destroy you from Washington, D.C. They can. They can destroy our economy from Washington, D.C. We can get the greatest economists around the world to manage our economy. They can still destroy it. Now, what do? We just walk away and tell them, thank you very much. What's the big deal here? NPP forward power, because they didn't want we the citizenry to see Chrono Mobile. What did they do? They formed their own PCI. And I'm a NPP power. Almost call IMF buyer, almost started governance. Then almost set up their own PCI. And how were we going to check the PCI MPP set it up? Ask yourself, how were they going to check the PCI? Do you know the PCI MPP put together? And the PCI was the same government. Now we have IMF PCI, that is IMF independent people to help assist manage. But the MPP led by Bawumia, they put together their own local PCI. And what happened to us? We ended up going to the IMF for 3 billion. This is the MPP PCI they put together. This is how they created their PCI.
When I look at the economic management team, it is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akotose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiramanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team. In fact, can anyone remember the NDC economic management team? I am sure They themselves cannot remember who their economic management team was. Kukrudu. Fellow Kukrudites, we were elected to fix the problems, and I'm glad to report that we are fixing the problems and we are putting in place the policies that will drive the economic transformation of this country. It is very clear that the economy is beginning to respond to the policies of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Look at the economic management team. It is quite clearly a fantastic team. Professor Jambafo, Dr. Akotose, Dr. Afriye Akoto, Honorable Alan Chiremanting, Boachi Ejaku, Ken Oforiata, Senior Minister Yao Osafo Mafu. What a solid team. In fact,
this is their PCI. This was supposed to be their PCI. What happened to us? Time a free IMF. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo can say me. Listen to Akufo-Addo. Listen.
This year is an important one in the economic history of Ghana. We are about to exit at the end of the year from our 17th IMF program since we joined the institution. We're doing so on a good note and expect that the two remaining reviews in January and April next year will be completed successfully. The presence here earlier this week of Madame Christine Lagarde, the managing director of the IMF, who expressed clearly her support of the current management of the economy, is in this regard a good omen. The most important lesson that we must derive from our IMF experience is that we cannot afford any longer any disarray in our public finances, the reason for our demand for IMF assistance. Government will legislate in this meeting of Parliament a fiscal rule that will cap permissible fiscal deficits at a maximum of 5% and a debt to GDP ratio of a maximum of 65%. It is my intention to anchor the implementation of this fiscal rule that will provide stability to our economy by establishing a presidential advisory fiscal council composed of eminent Ghanaian economists who will provide independent advice to the president on how to comply with the fiscal rule. We have everything to gain from discipline in the management of our public finances. It is the foundation for sustainable, rapid growth of the economy.
IMF buy, my team, they are boosting the sound. Akufo-Addo small can say, if you IMF buy, can say or take what we call the Presidential Advisory Fiscal Council. Instead, the Senate could allow for an external assistance in idea sharing. He said, or for me, be a friend, Presidential Advisory Fiscal Council. You see what they did? Because they didn't want anybody to see what they were doing. So, when we end this year by way, they are allowing the PCI. The same time, there is about 13-member council. Be advice president, So you see this group. 12-member presidential advisory group on economy. Now, on say group we are, and these are the people advising the president on how the economy should be run. So but even with these people there, knowledgeable people, still the president is saying, the finance minister, they are saying we still need the PCI. They still need more transparent. There's transparency, sorry. They still want Ghanaians to know the omo here. About 1% or the BBA it's on. Apart from this 12-member presidential advisory group, economy, the finance minister is still saying, if the IMF wants to just assist without us paying them money, they should assist. It's more transparency. They want to put layers and layers of transparency. Senebeya, we will be part of the governance. Into this group of people, the professor is there, Vice President Nano Pokwajiman, Mr. Kwame Pieni, Mr. Ishmael Yamson, Professor Priscilla Chumesibafo, Dr. Kobna Dufo, Abena Amwa Mess, Togbe Afedi is there, Professor Patience Eswe Abo is there, Sam Jonah Say is there, Miss Nana Oye Mana Yabua is there, we have Arthur Brown, we have Dr. Henry Kofi Wampa. These are people who are basically advising the president of the economy. But still, the president says that PCI, no, IMF per se, omo ede, advice keke, they should still do it. But then they put together the economic management team and I'm running it down. Now you understand what's going on. Anytime person say this PCI, no, it's nothing new. It's nothing new. And if the government of the day say if a one is so along the way, they can cancel it. We are not owing them money and they don't owe us money. But and I'm doing PCI and I'm doing same coin. And I'm doing same coin. So why are we making it look like say PCI way, IMF, because we can also monitor and say we don't like because they are interfering too much. We can stop it. You're cutting off. Now, Ekufuado video na mebono. I want you to really listen to what Ekufuado was saying. I want to who damage Ekufuado moye because sometimes no utie sa nyoma we are. I want to say Ekufuado Bawumia no mo Jimmy. They didn't care about Ghana. Time I exited IMF no. This is what Ekufuado said. Let me show you. Thank you very much, team. My team ne boosty sound no. I'm fan chiro. All right.
This year is an important one in the economic history of Ghana. We are about to exit at the end of the year from our 17th IMF program since we joined the institution. We're doing so on a good note and expect that the 2 remaining reviews in January and April next year will be completed successfully. The presence here earlier this week of Madame Christine Lagarde, the managing director of the IMF, who expressed clearly her support of the current management of the economy, is in this regard a good omen. The most important lesson that we must derive from our IMF experience is that we cannot afford any longer any disarray in our public finances. The reason for our demand for IMF assistance. Government will legislate in this meeting of Parliament a fiscal rule that will cap permissible fiscal deficits at a maximum of 5% and a debt to GDP ratio of a maximum of 65%. It is my intention to anchor the implementation of this fiscal rule that will provide stability to our economy by establishing a presidential advisory fiscal council composed of eminent Ghanaian economists who will provide independent advice to the president on how to comply with the fiscal rule. We have everything to gain from discipline in the management of our public finances. It is the foundation for sustainable, rapid growth of the economy. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen of the media, a great deal of work is being done in so many areas so that we can turn our back on our recent era of failure and set our country on the path of sustainable, rapid development and growth. I'm excited about the prospects of Ghana.
Now say Smoke G, and I'll tell you Kano. Now say Smoke G, aka Nana the Danko Kufuado, Billy the Goat, on an Okasano. Or you see one particular word, stability, and the Bawumia head communicator, a friend of Nana Kumia, or catch a Ghana for say, stability we go eat, we don't eat stability. What the word that they Kufuado use, you know? We are exiting IMF so that there will be stability. We are going to make sure fiscal discipline to make sure we get stability. Our economy stabilizes. And the Bawumia chief communicator, Bawumia committee not here Nana Kumia ne da anoa o kwasama Nana Bawumia. Nana Kumia catch say any stability ni ebedi. Na say any stability ni ebedi a Mahamudu Bawumia obedi president ade na obeye. Because if stability or stabilizing the economy is not his priority, then what is Adanko's priority? Oh, well, you see the MPP, they are a bunch of foolish idiots. Nana Komia or Kasama Bawumia communication or down or say we are not the citizens are not going to eat stability. But Nana Kufuor Kasano or say you free IMF no, they are going to make sure there's fiscal discipline into ati ekobia omo freely omo the ebe making sure say the economy is stabilized. And the Bawumia president tedi Nana Komia or Kasama Bawumia no or say any stability the ebedi. Now say any stability the ebedi. Why is Bawumia trying to be president? Because stability on respect said or stabilize the economy now. Then why does he want to be president? So what is Bawumia's reason for becoming a president? To come and show us the ass of his wife, dressed up like a clown? Then there's no reason for anybody following Bawumia. Because Nipo Kasama Bawumia, Nana Kumia Kache say, and yes, stability in the yes, we have stability in our economy. We want to stabilize the economy. But Bawumia does not believe in stability. So why should we hand over the economy to that clown? It's in the Ghana for say, we are not supposed to give these foolish people any room. What the NDC government has done, they are forcing it to me a year in this short period. Today we can boldly say Ghana is on the right track. This government are forcing the finance minister. They need our help. They need our support. They have shown say they are willing to work. They are willing to serve. Atofos na chere say John Dramani Mahama ne vision no is one of the people who really believe in it. And if even John Mahama is not around, he will sustain that belief, that vision. And the other people in this government are Omachere say they want to sustain John Mahama's belief. But Atofos, as the finance minister, he basically inherited one of the most difficult tasks. And today he has proven himself. It is important we all support this gentleman. And I pray he has a bigger vision. I pray he has a bigger heart to take bigger things. And I pray he is committed to take bigger responsibilities. Because these few months, what should say, there's nothing too big for him to handle. And we prove what your president to say is somebody who is trustworthy, who is consistent, diligent, and ready to work. And this is the kind of people we need to support and protect to make sure we get some stability. Our economy becomes sustainable. We can believe, say, people like this, they can direct us to where John Mahama wants us to get to at the end of the day. It's very, very important. And I'd like to applaud the government, every single member of the government, from all the ministers, health minister, education minister, agric minister, agencies, CEOs, his deputy, the finance minister, the Bank of Ghana governor, every single person, the vice president, the president himself, every single person who has made this possible, the diligent job everybody has done. It has not ended. We need to support the president in every small way to make sure that the bigger picture is achieved. And the bigger picture is to make sure the NDC makes sure say the NDC win for Ghana. The NDC is here to serve. They are here to make sure the Ghanaian benefit from what Ghana has been fighting for. Atofos has been incredible. He has been very consistent. He has been a leader that we can trust. I said he's a trustworthy hand. And we all understand, say, so we'll be so bit by Juma. Now, okay, from the beginning, any the obey, and then a home brassier. Any adwene pane adwene edani tirima sebio owo adwene obese odi dwumama obi ahoto na sa nipa sa no yeboa no support no. I would like to applaud this government, applaud the President of the Republic for appointing the right people at the right positions. You'll be back on Monday to discuss Ghana. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. It's been a wonderful Friday night. God bless you. God bless me. Cheers and good night. Yebeshia edijuma abuache gi Gigim.
Yo, where your best friend?
fishermen, no answer mine. I watch it. You will for Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan, it will be Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan, it will do a Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan. Why you're why round what? Why you're why round what? Why you're why round what? Why you're super why round what? It will for Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan, it will be Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan, it will do a Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan, it will do a Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan, Belgium Pan. Why you're why round what? 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 Every papa no, what one is the motto? 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 Why round what? Why you're why round what? I want it. Original. I will go for Belgium Pan. I want me to Belgium Pan. Where you mind? Don't crumble.